They went and got bougie. Stream y'all when they got
That boy
bougie on
crazy.
them niggas. Alright. Let me text my mama, tell her I'm live. Cause she was like, why you ain't the other day she's like, why you ain't tell me we was live? You was live. I'm like, man, my bad. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. I just put it out because remember I told you, bro, like they don't be sending out my notifications. They got me shadow banned. So, they
Yeah.
don't send out my notifications. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just letting them know we live. Hold on, let me check this audio real quick. Make sure we firing off on all cylinders. Oh yeah, all right. So we good. We good on that. Yeah, we good on that end. Dang, bro, we had to take it back to the OG classic live stream, bro.
Boy, so we had to get them retros.
Nah, real talk, bro. We had to take it to the throwback on people, bro. I don't even remember the last time I used StreamYards, bro. That's
Shoot, probably the
crazy.
last time we was on.
Yeah, nah, for real. For real.
Probably the last time we was on.
Yeah. Cause I like, man, StreamYard started getting bougie, bro. I was like, oh, y'all set tripping on here, bro. I'm gonna go back to Streamlabs, bro. I, I went to Streamlabs, ain't look back, but I had to come back to the classic real quick just so I can get this live done. So that's how I probably continue to do it like that though. Like when I got people that's trying to come up and kick it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I probably just run it on the stream yards so that everybody can get up here and do what they do what
Yeah.
and then when I'm just like on some solo mission type stuff, I'll just go ahead on stream.
That boy said when I'm playing campaign mode, I go on Streamlab.
You feel me? And I'm in campaign mode on them. Yeah. Oh man, bruh. So yeah, man, yeah, we got a crazy one for y'all this time, bruh. So last what was that? Friday. Was it Friday? I think it was. It was Friday. I did the video with yeah, it was Friday. I did the video with 607 talking to this dude name is Pastor Eli. Pastor Eli Gumby and OG Kunta. So I did this live and I was talking about them on some like weird weird over sexualized stuff that was going on inside the prison. So I had referred to brother B inside there, and then I talked to B, and so B, I had to put the bat signal up, and then he swooped in on your boy, like I was Commissioner Gordon out there. How Batman pop up out of nowhere. So so B pulled up on me like, oh yeah, nah, we need to set some of the record straight on this joint. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this gonna be an interesting one. And for my apologies for the technical difficulties on the last live we did. I went back and I fixed the video. So I'm gonna be putting out that live remastered. So that's what I was doing all Saturday, all today was remastering that live that I did Friday. So when I drop the video, that live would no longer be available. It'll be in video form so that you can actually hear what they're saying and then me giving my breakdown to certain things that they're saying on there. So yeah, that's that. But the um the one that I did before, the one that I did before, we was kind of like halfway through the video. This time we're gonna play from the beginning to where I started at on Friday, because I found that it's important to hear a lot of the stuff that they was talking about in the beginning as well. You know, not just the fun boy weirdo stuff that was being said. Um just like the actual, basically like the actual living of the prison. So just so y'all know what we're on. All right, let's go ahead and start this live up. Much respect to my brother B pulling up on me.
Oh man, come on, man. We talk almost every day, every
Oh
week
yeah,
for sure.
nah, real talk. Real talk. That's what I was trying to tell them. Like, yeah, y'all be thinking B just bounced out. Like, nah, he going to the bat cave. I just gotta put the bat signal up. That's it.
That what's what's the booty war? Yeah, what's that weird?
Oh man, here we go.
Please, yeah.
yeah. He all that. Yeah, that and
Come
it's
right off the top with it.
off the top, and that's funny because this is the segue. This the segue to the video. You know what I'm saying? This the segue to the video. So this out of all parts that they chose out of this live, they chose to start the video off like this. So it's just weird, bruh. It's just weird.
Yeah, please, Johnson. It said, listen. A person. OG person. OG person. Yeah. OG person. Tripping, I don't want to talk about him because he ain't here. It made no difference if he was here or not. Oh, real tune. But come on, real tune. Go ahead. Now you probably get real tune. No. Oh, no. Look, no. Real tune for the kid on purpose. Listen, real tune is just to make me a kid on purpose. Okay. Real tune want to be a kid. Too ugly to be a kid.
All right.
Boy,
This is what we dealing with.
boy, just the level of buffoonery in them little hot 39 seconds right there is, you know,
It just show you what type of people we're dealing with out here in these streets, bruh. And like I said on the last one, bruh. This is my second time covering this on like I said on the last one, bro. If you look at the gentleman and their apparel, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with some YN old heads. So
exactly.
so old heads that want to be YN so bad, bruh. Like I don't get it, bruh. I don't get it. Like what's wrong with like me? Like me, I dress, yeah, I mean my age, like I dress my age. I'm still, even though the young folks think of me as an old head, I'm still young, in this lifetime. I'm still young. Even when D'Angelo, when he passed away, he passed away at a young age, you know,
Right.
but I'm saying that to say this, bruh. It comes a point in time where it doesn't just reflect on your outside, it reflects on your inside as well. how you condone yourself, how you conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? These guys are well, like when I get to 50, when I get to 50 and 40 and stuff like that, my dog is wild. 40 and stuff like that, I'm already right now wearing champion sweatsuits, bruh. Like I'm right
Right.
now, I'm wearing champion sweatsuits, bruh. You know what I mean? I plan on wearing nothing but track suits for the rest of my retirement years, bruh. like, like you know what I'm saying? You remember that? You remember that old head, that fly old head? He had all the colors of track suits, bruh.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna be me, bruh. That's gonna be me, bruh. I'm gonna be
yeah.
nothing.
Them Adidas joints.
Yeah, you know what
That's
I'm
what the
saying?
old heads was wearing back in the Gap. Them Adidas joints. Three
Facts,
stripes
bruh.
on the side.
Yeah, that's good. I gotta what's going on, Miss Cree? I got a old head dude that I be speaking to all the time, bro. I be always talking to him, speaking to him, come from New York, bro. He stayed with his New York fitted, but he stayed in his tracksuits, bro. I every day I see him, bro, got a tracksuit on. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be me, bro. That's gonna be me. Like it not only does it reflect on your inside, it reflects on the outside too. So just looking at, I bet you if these dudes stand up, they sagging, bro. I bet you they
You
ain't
know,
got their pants on.
you know damn well they say. You know damn well they is.
So it's like, bro, like we can tell where your mentality stopped at. We
Right.
could we can tell where your mentality stopped at. Yeah, I mean, we can tell where you got arrested and your development stopped at.
Yep. For sure. Cause who at that age sitting up wearing? Man, let me just let the video go to it, man.
Yeah.
Man, not gonna even get started shit.
Yeah, we still got like 30 minutes of buffoonery. let's let's go ahead and
Hey,
start
babe. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that.
facts
You always support those. So, I mean, whenever we get on here.
because you left. You left with your mama.
Listen, the streets unplugged. You know we gotta plug the streets in, cause streets ain't been plugged in a while. I swear to God, mama, stop playing with me. And if you're watching this, you probably already seen that Bobby report, right? And you're probably thinking like, damn, they back again. But look, they never left. That's why I got on the same clothes. But we got somebody in here that couldn't just stop talking because he was looking for a whole lot of clout and a lot of fame. The church always looking for a lot of clout and a lot of fame, right? We gotta admit to that, right? You had a lot to say when they was talking. You was talking about peace treaty and bringing peace, but
Nah, for real. That's what I that's what I said. That's what I said, bro. I
What's
said
that?
the same thing, Miss Cree. I said the same thing. You said they gay. I said the same thing, bro.
Bro,
It
did you hear 607 Ump? He said, I swear to God, on my mama, stop playing with me. Huh?
that's
Nigga,
his.
you damn near 50 years old saying all this hook ass
Hmm.
slang. Like, what? Like, who? My question is, I ain't even mad at them for being thrown off. I'm mad at people who actually sit in front of this shit like it's some real information.
Facts. Facts.
When the whole time that they talk, from what I seen, you got a over an hour conversation and wasn't there was not one goddamn solution even presented.
Hmm.
So you got a whole bunch of hot boxing about nothing, about a place that people who ain't never been there don't want to go there.
Facts.
They talking about going to prison like people waking up desiring to go, like that's on their bucket list or some shit.
Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, bro. Like they treat that like I'm telling. That's what I was saying. They treat this as a rite of passage. Like you can't become a man if you haven't been to jail. You ain't no man. You ain't no man, bro. Like this. This is straight. This is straight bottom level thinking, bruh. This is straight bottom level thinking, and it's sad. It's sad because this is older folks. This is older folks. Like I seen videos where they got 60-year-old gangbangers out there talking about the streets.
Right. He's 60 years old, bro. Again, the streets change from generation to generation.
Hmm.
As they say, the game don't change, but the players do. So when you got new players coming to the game, certain rules get changed, certain rules get adapted, etc. So for a man that's over 40, still talking about streets, that's a
Hmm.
man that's delusional because the streets that you cut your teeth on when you jumped out the porch, those are not the same streets that you in right now.
Facts.
See, and that's what a lot of the confusion is coming in because older guys are trying to keep up this uh, illusion of glory days when in reality, if they honest with themselves and they look back on their life, it's just a history of failure. It's
Hmm.
just a history of incomplete projects, plans you never followed through with,
Facts.
you know, uh, uh, intentions that
B, I
you
ain't going.
never, huh?
I said keep going. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, you look back on your life 50, 45, 48, 47, and what have you accomplished? If they put you in the ground right now, who gonna say something good about you? Who have you affected in a positive way? See, these are the kind of questions you have to ask yourself after a certain age. Because again, after a certain age, common sense tell you you have more years behind you than you do in front of you. So naturally, with age ought to come reflection. But judging by the conversation, the gentleman at that table ain't really reflected on too much of nothing. But but some days that's gone by. See, what does it profit a man to get out talking about how he ran a prison, but he ain't got a job?
Oh wait.
What do it profit a man to get out talking about what kind of blocks, how he ran the block in the yard, but you don't own anything? And I'm not saying that's the case for the guys that's on the show, but it's definitely the case for many men who go to prison and still get out trying to glorify what in reality is failure. If you land in prison, that means you failed as a crook.
Nah, real talk. My fault. I had to get me something to drink real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait on you.
Had to get my water bottle real quick, and then my fault. Had to get some water, and then they go Texas Roadhouse bread was just calling me real quick. Yeah, but what did y'all do after you got out of jail? You know what I'm saying? You got out of jail, started doing interviews, talking about the same degenerate bullcrap that you was that one got you locked up, and then two they help your progression none while you was in prison. Go tell your sister I'm on live. Like like that part right there is the part that throws me off the most. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to the topic of discussion. You know, they talk. Man, let's get into it, cause we gonna stop it on certain dumb stuff that they were saying. You know that just it's just like wow, why, bruh?
Hmm.
I don't think you understand the pieces of vibration, right? But I want to know why you was talking so damn much, Pastor. You a gang member? You know what I want to do? I want to kick your tail, but I couldn't. You gonna say ain't say and pin them black nails up off your finger. But anyway, the reason why I spoke on it because I seen so much, how history repeat itself. Right. And I was looking at it, but I really like the realness of these two brothers coming together. But then everybody that say they bang don't make them a man to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody that say they in the gang. Some people, how I think about it, they join gang for protection. And so I saw that in prison. When I was in prison, it wasn't no blood in my neighborhood. When I would get out, you got them. So I went in the 80s. I get out in 2000. You a grandpa? Yeah, I'm a grandpa.
So you get out, you went in the '80s and got out in the. Hey, bruh, I'm on live, bruh. Yeah, y'all know I'm on live. I don't even know why. Stop playing with me, bruh. Go. Um, y'all just threw me off what I was saying. Oh,
So you were saying that he got out, he went in the 80s and got out in the 2000s.
yeah, you went in the '80s and got out in the daggone 2000s, and you first thing you talked about is yeah these guys they join gangs for protection and this and I seen that, bruh. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Did you come up with a system to stop these dudes from gang banging? Did you help? Did you help these dudes stop gang banging? Like,
Let him tell it further in the interview. Let him tell it. Yeah, that's what he was in there doing. But again, that's a fallacy because the way prison policies work, you're not gonna save nobody. Like
fact.
you have to watch the video, but in the video, he gonna start to elaborate about how it was different gang members that wanted to get out the gang, and so he would be the one to go to the other gangs and tell them that so and so is done with it and all that. That's them lies right there. Them lies. Just cutting dry. That's a straight lie. But I mean, what do you expect from a person who obviously did over a decade incarcerated and did nothing to prepare themselves for life outside, but to come out here and talk about homosexual activity that allegedly go on in the penitentiary? That's all I heard. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't heard
And
nothing about. I ain't heard a nigga talking about he went and got a GED. He took the electrical trade. He took plumbing. He took stainless steel. Anything. I ain't heard a nigga say nothing constructive that he done. All I heard is booty and dick, and they looking at your booty and booty banded and booty and booty and booty. Which is why, which is why a lot of these niggas like to walk around with their booty out because low key, a bunch of these fools is homosexual. Just
mm-hmm.
straight cut and dry. That's just
Mm-hmm.
straight cut and dry. You're homosexual. That's why
Mm-hmm.
you use the bros over hoes. You on your bros over hoes
and,
in real life. And that's why you never hear these guys talking about a relationship. You never hear these guys talking about creating a family. You don't hear
mm-hmm.
that. All you hear is booty talk and something they was doing with their homeboy
Yep.
or
And,
homeboys.
and then on top of that, all you talk about is how tough you is. How tough is this? How tough is that? Like, bro.
Bro, niggas been tough, let them tell it since the beginning of time. And the one person that you ain't been able to scrub with this fake ass tough shit is these white folks
Mm-hmm.
with your tough ass. See, they know about you. Because again, you want to talk about prisons. How tough are you and you and that motherfucker working for free? Excuse my language.
Hmm.
But how tough are you and you in here working for free? How tough are you and you out here picking cotton with this white man sitting on his horse with his rifle? How tough are you really?
Mm-hmm. See, you only tough to the weak individual that come in there don't have nothing, just trying to bypass time, just trying to get in, get out. They ain't trying to be on no extra rah stuff. So you tough with him.
And
Tell you super
again,
tough with him.
bro, my experience is one thing I know, two things show. Inside, niggas ain't trying to go to no solitary confinement, bro. They not trying to get locked up in real life. I seen it with my own goddamn eyes. Niggas in that motherfucker following rules.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When that white man coming in and say rack time, all tough niggas going to their cell at
Mm.
10:30. I ain't seen a tough nigga stay out all night the whole time I was in there. So again, how tough are you? You
Nigga
gotta
said it's
destroy
bedtime. Wrap it up.
you gotta destroy this illusion that you some kind of like you running some shit. Cause in there you ain't running nothing. In reality, you're not running anything when you're in cell. You're not running anything when you can get woke up by the sound of your cellie taking a piss.
Hmm.
How the hell is you running something? See,
Man.
again, the reality of prison. They not talking about the reality. They talking about some fake ass shit that's gonna get you some more time if them white folk catch you engaged in homosexual activity in the state of Texas. That'll get you a whole nother charge.
Mm.
So I don't know what these guys on here talking about. I don't know what these guys talking about in real life. There's a whole bunch of fantasy shit, and that shit sound good to somebody who ain't been down there.
Facts. The person
But
that
for
ain't.
somebody who been there, been down there, no, you niggas ain't raised in no goddamn hell.
Hmm.
And I seen it. You niggas gonna follow the rules. Why? Because you want to go to the rec yard, you want to make commissary, and you want to get your little contact visits. And the only way you get those three things is if you have a certain level of behavior conformance to the institution. See, you don't go to commissary acting a fool. You don't get contact visits breaking the rules of the institution. So the fact that you going to commissary and going to rec let me know that you following the rules. So what's all this tough shit that we talking about?
Man. let's get back to it. Mama in the building. What's going on, ma?
Hey, Mama Chop. You know,
Listen, what I'm trying to say is this, right? So you said something just because you felt like you had a voice, or felt like that he had a voice to say something, right? Because like you ain't said. Well, I this boy here, he came up with me in prison. You know what I'm saying? So
I like I like how he just said like how he just said that. You came up talk about you need the voice, you need to say something, you had something to say, but you ain't saying nothing. Hey yo,
right,
that's 100% facts, bro. This whole line, bro ain't said a damn, uh, nothing that was productive, nothing that was positive, none of that stuff. You ain't said nothing that can actually help the next person get out of a predicament that they in. None of that stuff, bro. Yo said a bunch of nothing.
right.
Hey, oh man, that's funny. I'm glad he said it. I'm glad he said it.
Coulter from prison. Yeah, he from Funky Town. I talked Funky to him. Town, that's Funky Town, gang. That's what we call it. Before work, the Funky Town. I had to deal with a lot of them youngsters when they came into the unit, cause when I was in prison, it wasn't no gang bang. You had the MW, Medea Warriors, you had the bad boys, and you just had the hood. The bad. They came in. with the Crips and Blood, it shake up the system. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get on the Crips for 10 and 20 of them whooping two blood because I ain't understand their language.
You ain't got nothing to do with that. See, even in jail, you want to tell other people business.
In prison,
even in jail.
Hold up, let me tell you the difference from in prison. Prison a whole nother world. They came into our world. So when they came in, we got prison rules. Like he said, we got rules that you young cats ain't finna come in and change it because you didn't choose to pick up a title. We ain't finna let you change. We got rules that make us let us survive. One thing about my rules in prison, if a Mexican mess with a white mess with a black, anybody, if you didn't get out, when we come off lockdown, we have to deal with you.
But you said something
You
about
don't have no rules. You can't say
Bro,
you ain't a part of it. If you
bro,
black, you part of it.
right. You said something
Chop,
about check.
That's a that that's a
Chop. First off,
contradiction within itself.
fir-
Go ahead.
first off, reality is if a unit goes on lockdown, lockdown can range anywhere from 15 days up to 30 days. During that time period, you are in your cell if you on a unit that has cell blocks, or you on your bunk if you in a unit that's set up for dormitories.
Mhm.
You on that bunk or in that cell 24/7. You get a shower every 3 days, and you will come out for that shower. Once you take that shower, your ass going back in that cell, bro. After that, and during this time, during the lockdown period, especially if it's for a ride, nobody can get visits, and nobody going to commissary, nobody going to wreck. Ain't no movement. So the idea that after doing 2 weeks or 30 days like that, eating sack lunch, because you get a hot meal once a day, the other two meals gonna be peanut butter sandwich and some kind of hook ass mystery meat that they gonna throw in there with a carton of milk. You feel me? So after going through that, this nigga talking about when we get off lockdown, I'm gonna have to deal with you. You a goddamn lie. Ain't nobody trying to go right back on lockdown. So that's a lie. I never seen it. I never seen it. Never witnessed it. Don't know anybody that did time that actually went through it. I'm not saying it don't happen, but I'm saying in that sense of when we come off lockdown, I'm gonna have to do. Man, you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, but try to make stove so your goddamn stomach won't be touching your back at night. That's what you finna try to do. That's what you finna try to do. Because again, you got to think about it, Chop. You got grown men eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You got a grown man eating two sandwiches and a carton of milk. You think that's gonna fill that man up? Come on now.
Yeah.
And after doing 30 days of that, you trying to tell me with your tough ass that you soon as lockdown over, you gotta deal with something, nigga, you ain't finna do nothing but mind. You finna mind so you can make commissary, you understand me, and get outside. Because again, the reality of being in a cell 2 weeks, 30 days with the same motherfucker, that ain't nothing you finna come off of and be ready to go right back on. So that's a lie.
Right.
That's a lie.
And I just wanna point out, when he went on his little rambling session, he was he was like, see, when you come in, we got rules, we got guidelines and stuff like that. And then 5 seconds later, like, see, it ain't no rules. Hey, yo, hold up, bro. Is it rules or is it ain't no rules, bro? Like, what's the two? You can't be both, bro. You can't in
And
this
again,
in this situation. Both things can't be right.
Hollywood has portrayed this image of prison that's not real. You gotta understand, when you're dealing with the prison culture, you got every type of criminality in there, from the murderer to the pedophile. So in that kind of powder keg, ain't nobody running up on somebody talking about what you from and what you. Ain't nobody doing that shit because you don't even know what's going on in the mind of that man. See, so everybody's moving on a certain level of respect. Now, over time, somebody might say something, but right off the bat, ain't nobody can say a goddamn thing. They don't even know what you're capable of. They don't
Hmm.
even know why you in there. For all they know, you may be in there for beheading your goddamn neighbor. And you running up in my face talking about what? Come on, man. That's not real. That's not real. We talking about generations that these niggas ain't even grow up fighting. So how who getting checked? Who doing what? Man,
Mm.
stop. No, real talk, stop. It's lies like this that make prison seem like it's not so bad. When in reality, it's all bad.
Real talk. Yeah, my it's funny because on the last live I did, I was talking about my uncle Ray. So a little backstory on my uncle Ray. You know, he had did some things, you know, and he had to take care of business. So he did he did his time for that joint, and he got out, and the first thing he did was he started well, it ain't the first thing. He got out, he started off with the same mentality he had inside there. Down the line,
Mm,
he seen that that wasn't helping none, like helping his situation none, and he now he's like a he's heavy into church and the Lord and stuff like that. He like he turned over a major leaf, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking today about that. It's on the church live. So if anybody wanna go listen to the church live, they welcome to do that. He was on the church live and he was talking about his story. And the first thing he said in there is like, bro, I was in there with the worst of the worst, bro. Like, ain't nothing to glorify. You know, it's all bad. You know, all types of bull crap going on in there. Like he said the same thing. This is how I know what you say is not fabricated because he said the same things that you say on here. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
it's like bro, like when I hear these guys talk about this prison, and it sounds just so uh oh it must be livable conditions in there, bruh. It can't be, bruh. It can't be. This sound too good to be true.
See,
This
and
sound too good to be true.
another thing is the idea that you did something because you woke up and went to sleep and woke up and went to sleep and eventually you served your time. Again, that is not an accomplishment. All
Hmm.
you gotta do is wake up. If the Lord wake you up, you gonna do the time. So again, you still ain't did shit. But in the minds of the people that you talking to and how you want to portray yourself, again, you want to pass off failure like it's an accomplishment. What have you accomplished being locked up from the 80s to get out in the 2000s? And the most you can give people is booty band stories that probably ain't even happened. The shit probably ain't even happened. On some real shit. Tell me how you gonna rape somebody in a dormitory. You got 53 other motherfuckers in this dormitory. Tell me how somebody finna get raped. So again, these lies, they go up, they go over to people who ain't been down that road. I've been down that road. Ain't none of that shit. 99% of that shit he talking don't even happen like that.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, 99% of what he talking, it don't even happen like that, bro. Like for real. You done know 10 years or better, and all you got is bandit stories.
And what and how you used to make people your kids. He said he said man, we gonna
You making people kids. But the question is, do you have any in real life?
Hmm.
And what do they think about you?
Mm.
See, that's a real legitimate question. And even amongst the so-called kids that you had in prison, how did you affect their lives in a positive manner? See,
That's
again,
the questions we need to
this,
be asking.
and again, when you're dealing with young people who are byproducts of a school system that basically ain't taught you how to critically think, ain't taught you how to question, ain't taught you how to listen critically, you can say silly shit like what these dudes are saying, and they fly over like it's real. When ain't nothing real about going to prison but the fact that your life gonna get put on hold.
Hmm.
What's real about prison is your life gonna get put on hold, and now by proxy, you finna make the lives of your loved ones more difficult because they're gonna have to spend more money on gas to come see your nigga ass. They got to deal with you
Mm.
crying in these letters talking about money, and now I'm hungry and I need some toothpaste. And can you send me some money for some razors? And I need a bar of soap, ass niggas.
You coming straight burden. You're a burden to the people
Straight. And
that
you're
you
taking
love.
money out of, if you got children, you taking money out the house's mouth, out the family mouth, because why? Somebody working gotta send your unemployed ass some goddamn money. Because you chose to break the law and
Mm.
you chose to get caught. See again, what are you running? You're in a complete state of dependency as a prisoner. Complete. You can't take a shower if they don't cut the water on.
Right.
You in a complete state of dependency. So how are you running something and you this and come on, man? When your mama had to send you money,
Hmm.
when your baby mama had to send you money, how you running something? You up here begging and pleading, baby, don't leave me. I done gave my life to the Lord, and we just tried. Now you want to write Bible scriptures all up and down the goddamn page, hoping she don't burn off on your nigga ass. Nobody talk about that. Nobody talks about again the reality of prison.
Hmm.
Nobody talk about how them dudes' faces be longer than I-45 when mail call come and they name don't get called.
Mm. Talk about it.
See, ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody's talking about how Buddy got a letter and they said that they sent him some money and he took his ass down there to the commissary window, but it ain't hit his books yet. So it make that sound and make in the store. Bam bam. And
Mm.
now you got to turn your nigga ass back around, walk back to the block with an empty commissary bag while everybody else eating ice cream and drinking soda. Yeah,
Don't owe no suits. Don't owe no suit.
yeah. This is the real deal of prison. Let's talk about how in prison when they do shower calls, if you want a maximum security unit and you going to a big shower, let's talk about how sometimes the shower can be so packed, another dude water splashing on you.
Mm.
You don't want to talk about that though. You don't want to talk about the real shit that go on in the penitentiary. You up here talking about some fake ass booty bandit stories.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Let's talk about how the chaplain called your homeboy down there to the chaplain office because his little girl was involved in a car accident and she in critical condition. And so your mama called the penitentiary and talked to the chaplain so that they can let you know why they ain't coming to see you this weekend. Let's talk about it. Yeah, that's the reality. Because people die every day. It's all kind of stuff happening within a 24-hour span. You think life stopped because you locked up? Life still be happening.
Nah,
And so
that
people
life
that's
stop.
locked up, and so people that's locked up that have loved ones, they have to deal with the fact that life keep going. And sometimes life may come in the form of a car accident or a terminal illness or whatever the case may be. And you
Mm.
have to deal with that being incarcerated. Let's talk about that. See, that's the reality of prison.
No,
That's the real.
hold on. Let's let's talk about yeah, me what we was talking about yesterday. Your mama. The only reason why you made it out of prison because your mama was praying for you all night long.
See, the only reason a lot of dudes made it to prison is because your
Mm,
mama was begging God not to take your life while you was in the street.
mm,
Because your mama know what the book say. Your mama
mm-hmm,
know the wages of sin is death. Your mama know God is not a respecter of persons. Your mama
mm-hmm.
know you reap what you sow. But mama being a mother, she even petitioned the Most High that know you better than your mama know you. Lord, this sperm, don't take it. And God, being merciful, allow your nigga ass to go to prison because your death would have gave your mama a heart attack.
Mm.
See, that's the real. A lot of these fools, you alive because your mama was praying for you, dumbass nigga. Because your lifestyle, it merits death. Being lazy, that's one of the seven deadly sins. And what is nigga always talking about how he ain't gonna work? Yeah, you alive because your mama was somebody was praying for you. Or the Lord saw you had children and said, you know what, I ain't gonna traumatize and set these kids back by taking their father. So let me just sit him down for a second and hopefully he can come to his senses. But no, what you do, what you do, you go to this white man penitentiary where he working your nigga ass for free with your good big kingpin, big gangsta ass. I ain't never seen so many big gangsters go to Texas penitentiary and work for free. Got your big crippin' ass out there picking cotton, and you ain't said a word. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you ain't put up no fight. So what's all this tough ass talk? Big belly ass white boy got you pumped. The hell? Man, come on, man. You can't talk to me about being tough and you work for free over a decade. Like in real life, what's tough about that? And instead of a dude sitting down using the time to reflect, because that's one of the functions of being in a cell. It's supposed to, isolation is supposed to create inner reflection. Why you think Christ separated himself sometimes and he went out by himself? Because everybody needs that alone time. So since you can't get it on your own, let me separate you from society, from the normal ebb and flow of life, so that you can reflect on your choices. But instead of doing that, which is why you can't stay out. And if you do stay out, all you got to give the public is booty bandit stories.
Sad. It, this is nothing successful about going there. Uh, any anytime you make it, anytime you make it to jail or prison, bro, you failed some type of way. Some in some form or
See,
fashion, you failed.
the show is called America's Dumbest Criminals for a reason. For a reason. It's not saying that the people dumb, but you're definitely not smart if you keep getting caught.
Mhm.
So how many times you been locked up? Now, most of these dudes that be on these podcasts, it's funny how you got time to sit on somebody's couch talk about some prison stories that have no redemptive quality about them at all. You're not talking about a book you read. You're not talking about a spiritual awakening you may have had. You're not talking about how maybe you got yourself in shape. Look at this dude. This dude, if you did time from the 80s to 2000, bro, you supposed to be
You supposed to,
physically, you
he's
supposed to look
what?
different. You supposed to look different physically.
Nah, no
Because
cap.
because for 10 years you didn't have nothing but time to do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, shadow box, pull ups, hit the weight pile, jump rope, play basketball, handball, all the stuff that go on in prison. That's all you have time to do. And you look like you ain't did a push up. And the only thing you done pulled up is a fork to your goddamn mouth. A
Mm-hmm.
fork and a spoon. That's all you done pulled up. And that
That,
goddamn chair to the front of the table. That's all you
that
done pulled up.
that's why he all he can talk about is how he used to get people for their commissary and stuff, because that's the only thing he was doing in there.
And
Boy
again,
wasn't working on nothing. You tell he
and
wasn't working
again,
on nothing.
you do that today. Even when I was in there, if they caught you with somebody else property and you stole it, bro, they sending you to whatever rinky dink county that penitentiary in to get you another charge. See the way Texas play, they try to make any and everything you do in there something that you can get some more time for.
Hmm.
Even fighting. If you whoop somebody too bad in the penitentiary, you gonna get you a free world charge. That's why it ain't too much fighting going on in there. Because if I break your jaw or I drop you and you hit your head on this iron bench, I
Hmm.
might be going to get I might be going to get 5 or 10 more years stacked on top of what I'm already doing. So that's why I tell you, it's not this in Texas. I don't know what they doing nowhere else, but I know in Texas, these white folks got that penitentiary game sold up. They got that shit sold up. Real talk. You don't you don't hear about Texas having too many prison riots, and it's a reason. Because the way they got this thing set up in Texas, bro, this is the plantation. When you go to Texas penitentiary, you go into the plantation, you go into the farm. Yeah, you go into the farm to pick cotton, okra, watermelon, beans, or whatever else they got planted out there. So again, I don't know where all these incidents he talking about was going on. I don't know where none of that shit was going on.
Man, you let this, you let these fools tell it.
And again, and in my mind, like going to prison has been a reality for black men in this country since we've been off the plantation. So that's an aspect that we've had to accept due to the fact of how the system is set up and historically how we've gotten harsher sentences for the same offenses committed by white people. So we get that part, right? But the fact that prison once upon a time produced a certain type of black man, like a Malcolm X, like a George Jackson, uh, like a Geronimo Pratt, and many other men who went to prison and through the power of self transformation turned themselves from lives of criminality or whatever it may have been into people who influenced generations and still influencing people to this day. What happened that black men used to go to prison and they came out with some kind of focus? Now you go to prison, you got whole prison cooking shows. These niggas going live. These niggas going live from they cell cooking some shit that a person that ain't never been to jail wouldn't eat.
Hmm.
See,
Oh, hold on, before we get there, bro, because I know where you going at with that. We gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that since they want to talk about getting commissary and stuff like that. We gonna talk about that part. Hold on, V. Let's run this video a little bit real quick. We only what we only that was like 3 minutes. I can't even see that. Hold on, let me make this. Yeah, we barely 3 minutes in. We barely 3 minutes in on this joint. Let's run this video real quick.
You suffer the consequence.
You said something about change. And I think the problem is a lot of people they don't like the change, but every time I changed for the better, it was good. So I think that change sometimes is good, but you don't think that change is good. We're gonna start with Gumby, right? Gumby, how you feel about change? You think change is something that's good or change is bad?
Change is just change. It depends on the situation whether it's good or bad.
Right. And what's the example of a good change?
A good change is somebody being able to take care of their family when they wasn't able to before. A good change is I'm saying doing good for people who deserve you to do good to them.
Right.
That's a good change.
It's a good change. What's a bad change?
A bad change is saying I'm from Hova, getting to prison, saying I'm a Muslim, and then getting back out of jail and saying I'm back from Hova. You's a buster.
That's right. Right. So it's a bad change. So
You see that
Boy,
emphasis he put on that? That
yeah,
boy, that boy made sure he made sure he said that beat. He
yeah.
made sure he said you're a buster.
and,
Boy, I tell you.
and this the bad. And see, this how I know you ain't changed. I said this on the last one. How I know you ain't changed nothing, because like you talking about go being a Muslim, going no being a Hoover, going back to going to be a Muslim, then going back to Hoover, bruh. I get it. You know that like that's not a good thing, because even in Christian terms that's bad. Once you find the Lord, you're supposed to continue on the path of the Lord. I talked about that on the last one too. That makes your situation even worse than so the Lord, but choose to go backwards and do the stuff that you're doing. That makes your situation worse than the person who didn't know the Lord from the beginning. That's in the Bible. I gave y'all that verse on the last live. But the fact of the matter is, you still can't leave this situation alone. Like you can't get off the gang banging factor, bro. We we know the reason why you was in prison is because you was doing some gang banging activities.
No, it's funny.
So so the fact that you even brought that up, you shouldn't even have brought that up. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the non what's that, nonsensical. I
Yeah,
hear it all the
that's
time.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
the nonsensical reality that y'all have with this gang banging, as if this gang banging makes you more of a man than a person who's not gang banging, it throws me off every time, because one you're very adamant about that, and I don't understand what's the big deal of being a gang banger, like and why did you have to make that reference?
because from he from California, so
Hmm.
off top, off top, that's the holy grail for a nigga in California is the set. See, for a nigga in California, the set come before mama, come before kids, come before everything. It come
Mm.
before God. Let some of them clowns tell it. And at the end of the day, where is the Crip Bank, the Crip
Hmm.
Supermarket, the Blood Supermarket, gas station, uh, recreation center, anything? Since the game's been here since the 70s, and like you say, people are hell bent on claiming, reclaiming, and affirming, gang life and gang activity. So my question is, what are y'all doing besides the same old dumb shit that got you locked up and got you talking about your dead homies?
On the
What
dead
y'all doing?
homies. On the dead
Like, yeah,
homies.
on the dead homies. And you gonna join the dead homies because you doing the same shit the dead homies did. And you can't see the illogical nature of your thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
of your actions. You can't see you doing the same shit that the homie that got 40 years did. You're doing the same thing that the homie that you say got killed, smoked did. You're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. You would think, you would think, right, that with gang enhancement, with everybody that's going through Ricos and for gang culture, yeah, I mean, uh, every all the dead, like you said, all the dead homies that died from senses, like we know that you don't even have to be in the gang. You just gotta be part. You just gotta be on that block. And you can't. Oh, you come from this side. Okay, cool. And they'll do you in the worst way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we know this. So why can't y'all leave this alone? Why can't what what's the infatuation about this? You can't even wear certain clothes, certain colors, certain baseball hats. They got a whole yo niggas built a whole tutorial on what hats you're allowed to wear in California, what hats you're not allowed to
And the
wear.
crazy shit is that only applies to black people. That's how I know you niggas is
Exactly.
Klans members. You niggas is black Klans members, black neo Nazis, black skinheads. Because all this check-in shit, all this you can't wear this hat, all this you can't go on this side. That shit only applies to black folk.
Niggas
Again,
niggas claim
y'all ain't made now white celebrity check-in no motherfucking where to do
facts.
nothing.
Facts.
To do
I
nothing.
I have yet to seen y'all press Post Malone for checking in. Justin Bieber, Eminem, Post Malone, um,
Taylor
um,
Swift, they ain't pressed
yeah,
nobody.
y'all ain't pressed no white people, but let look at matter of fact, and it's funny because look at Finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times just got pressed out in was it like Houston or something like that?
Nah, he was up here for
He was in
work.
Fort Worth. Okay, yeah, he
Hmm.
he got pressed at Fort Worth for like why you ain't check in, bruh. The niggas be like, yo, this my city. They don't own no land in the city.
I'm talking about not an acre.
Niggas ain't got no acres in the city, bruh. Ain't got no acres. Niggas ain't got no gas stations.
A
Niggas ain't
bunch of
got
these niggas ain't got, a bunch of these niggas ain't even got a job, chop. Talking about some check-in shit. You ain't got a job and your baby mama on motherfucking Snap. You talking about check-in. Nigga, if you don't get your dumb ass somewhere and sit down with these stupid shit, excuse my
hey,
language,
bruh.
bro. I don't mean to go off like that, but I'm just saying, this shit is fucking ridiculous.
Nah, for real, bruh.
Your baby mama on food stamps, your mama on Section 8, you broken the motherfucker talking about somebody need to check in. Nigga, yeah, okay, okay.
And this ain't even got nothing to do with like I'm not even like putting Cali in this like I'm not singling California out for this. It's because this is everywhere. This is an everywhere thing, but it's more along the line of our people. It's more along the line of black people in general. Like like y'all have black people have this thing to where as though, you mean we own something because we live in a certain area. That's my area, that's my hood. That we quick to say that's my hood, this my block, this my block. Bro don't own no store on the block. Bro don't even clean up the block. Bro
I'm
don't
talking about
even
nothing. You ain't picked
help
up a
the
piece of
old lady
trash.
across the street with her bag. See the old lady walking across the street, don't even stop to help the lady out. Bruh, it was a it me and my son was coming from the park. and I seen this old lady. I live in a complex. I see this old lady struggling to get down the steps and stuff. It's me, my son, and my dog, bro. I'm like, me and my son and a dog help this old lady walk her around the building to her apartment complex with her bags and stuff like that. My son carrying some of her bags. I'm carrying the bags, you know, and the dog running around in circles, like what we doing? What we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like it didn't take me out my way just to be like, oh man, I see you struggling with that. You need some help? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get down here. I'm like, all right, cool. Huh, let me grab these. Hey, meatball, grab that stuff right there from that lady. You know what I'm saying? So she can get down the steps,
Mm-hmm.
bruh. We walked her around to a complex, bruh. I don't see nobody going out their way to help anybody else. The one person who actually tried to put money back into the community and build the community up, y'all killed them.
Mm.
Y'all killed them.
Mm. Yeah.
The own people. This wasn't even an assassin. Well, it could be an assassination, but this wasn't even like put out there as an assassination. This was supposed to be quote unquote gang violence.
Right.
Like
Tell you,
it's
bro, that's that. That's the
it's
curse.
sad.
That's Deuteronomy. That's Deuteronomy 28 in effect. That's another thing. These dudes don't understand, bro. Man. Anyway, hang on. Go ahead. That's my bad.
I got you, B.
That make a lot of sense, right? So it's like anytime you change the benefit you and then change back to benefit you, every time you change the benefit you, then that's gonna become a problem.
What
What
the hell
what,
did
what do
he
you
just
feel
say? What
about
did he just
change,
say?
Coach? How do you feel
What
with
did he
that?
just say? That man said every time you change it benefits you, and then you change it benefits you, and then when you change it benefits you. Bro, how do people listen to these type of brains? Like, how do people listen to this type of shit? This man said, when you change, it's about you, and when you change, it's about you. And this nigga said, what is a good change? What is a bad change? Bro, are we in the third grade?
Nah, real talk. We is, bro. Cause half the black people. It's a whole study out here, bro. More than half. More than half the black people ain't even reading on their grade level. so it's so it's like,
So again,
yeah,
you
we
got
is.
niggas that can't read, you can't functionally read, and you talking about checking in. You
uh,
talking about checking in. Man, say, bro. You can't even read talking about the set. You can't even do nothing for the set. I mean, even if that's the way of life that you're gonna choose to go, right? If you
hmm
don't have no education or some kind of basic skill set, you can't even do nothing for your set, let alone for yourself.
right.
See again, because one thing I know, two things for sure. If you had responsibility, you wouldn't have your ass on the damn podcast talking about some prison stories that don't nobody out here give a damn about.
Hmm.
A person that ain't been to prison don't give a damn about now prison stories. And they mind, fool ass nigga, you should have stayed up. I ain't never going, so I don't care what you cooking, what they doing now. I ain't never going, so your point is, so again,
Right.
this kind of conversation only appeals to the degenerate aspect in our community because people that work every day got responsibilities, trying to be mothers and fathers and keep a family together. That's the last thing they thinking about is what a nigga talking about his prison experience.
Facts.
That only person listening to this shit is a nigga that ain't got no job. You ain't doing nothing with yourself, and you listen to these kind of shows so you can have a understanding of what your ass gonna eventually end up in, which is a sale.
hmm Nah, real talk. Real talk.
Change is. How you feel about change?
Well, change is always good. I say change is always good, and I say change is inevitable, you know.
Because everything changes.
Everything changes. The season changes. You know, you change your clothes, you know what I'm saying? You change your attitude, you know what I'm saying? You change the way you think, you know. So change is inevitable. Change is something that everybody will have to go through, no matter what, whether you change your mind right now.
Right, because the past has changed. He used to be a murderer, drug dealer, thief. I know all about you. Yeah, I know all about what you used to be. Yeah, like, listen, I want to know this. You always talk about going to prison, but you never ever say why the you went to prison. Yeah, so what you go to jail for? Since we all here and we all keep it real.
Prison. It was a dude in my neighborhood that was, you know, bullying folk. He robbed drug dealers and he checked
pause this
anybody.
right quick.
So one day I was having money.
I got you.
Buddy say he was 15 when all this was going on, so just keep that in mind. Again, remember I said niggas is on here just dry ass lying through their goddamn teeth. This nigga sitting here on the hard part of his ass talking about he was 15 years old and had to put in some work and went to prison. At 15, at 50, well, anyway, let me let you play it. You gonna hear it.
Around 15, and I stopped in the hood, which I shouldn't have stopped in the hood because everybody standing around, same dude, waiting on somebody to get them something or feel like they owe them something.
Right.
So when I pulled up, try to, you know, let people know because I'm having a little money, I ain't changed. I get
Pause.
Yeah.
So you pulling up in the 80s at 15. Nigga, if you don't stop fucking lying, you pulling up in the 80s at 15. Not the 2000s, not the 90s, the 80s, bro.
Right.
Just imagine that. You pulling up, this is analog. This ain't even digital. This is the analog days. So you telling me, 15, who car was you driving at 15?
Hmm.
So I guess you went and bought a car too. Guess you had a house too, boy. But you can say shit like that to people who have the attention span of a goldfish. You can say shit like this to people who didn't grow up working word problems, who didn't take tests that had that critical thinking skill question at the end of it. That should apply on people that don't know how to critique and listen with a critical ear. But if you 15 in the 80s, nigga, you wasn't driving nothing. Miss me on that one. You ain't pulled up nowhere in the 80s. You think them old heads was letting a 15-year-old check something? Come on, man, stop.
it out. He say, "What you doing over here?" I said, "What you talking about, Jay?" Talking about spit in your face.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's what he told me. I said, "Why you disrespecting me in front of everybody, man?" He said, "Get on before I spit in your face." So I said, "Okay." I left. I said, "I'm gonna give you something to spit on." So I came back like a dumb, stupid young dude. Everybody in the hood standing on the same block. I brought the pistol. I was just gonna put it on him and thinking that he was gonna get scared, but he buffed the pistol. So he made me use it. He walked up to me. I said, "You walk up on me again, I'm gonna shoot you." I shot him 6 times. Now all those gangsters, that's why I laugh at guys that say they
Now
gangsters.
this
Everybody standing
15,
there running, hiding like little girls.
it's 15 years old now. You just shot somebody in cold blood at 15, 6 times. When today a 15-year-old is sitting in the prison with a life sentence. So how that work? What they
And
gave you?
when I started shooting,
Hmm.
nobody was
You talk
around.
about it.
People hollering and everything.
So did he run? Or did he keep on walking?
He just fell. But I never shot nobody before like that. So
Like that, but you have shot somebody before.
yeah, I'm thinking when you get shot, it knocks you down. Them bullets just went through him. And
He wasn't moving like this or nothing.
no, he just
And then he went straight down.
Just went straight. He looked at me funny. I never forget how he looked at me.
How he look at you? What would that look like?
You shot me for real. You know, and I say, you say you're gonna slap me for real. I ain't never been a.
So you talked to him in the mind.
I'm saying he looked at me like.
You see that? You see how 607 picked up that bullshit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this shit is this is a whole I'm talking about this boy freestyle king. He need a deal. Somebody need to cut him a deal. Cause he freestyling his off of the dome game is a fool. Man say the man looked at him like you shot me. And I told him, huh? See, that's how I know again. A nigga like that in an interrogation room, boy, you fillet a fish, you hear me? Because you can't even keep your story straight. You can't even keep a basic timeline straight. You say you'll never forget how he looked at you. And he looked at you. You didn't say he said, you said he looked at you like you shot me for real. And I said, yeah, you said you gonna slap me for real. Now, which one is it? That's why Unc was saying, oh, you spoke to him in the mind. So again, anyway.
I'm looking at him. You made me shoot you for real. So it ain't no you shot me for real. You come to me gangster. You scaring me. Cause I got a pistol, man, scared. I'm trying to let my pride let these dudes know if you disrespect me, I'm a drug dealer. And he said he gonna slap me, spit in my face. I did it because I felt like if I didn't do nothing, they gonna come try to rob me and take something because the street gonna say I'm weak. So that's the reason why I did that. I was trying to make a statement that cost me 40 years of my life.
Right.
You know,
that's what I want to get to. So you went to penitentiary in Texas, right? Gumby went to penitentiary in LA, right? Now, here's the thing, right? What was the penitentiary difference? Was the difference in how they treated y'all in the penitentiary? Was there a difference there? What was it like for you going to penitentiary with all that time? You was young, right? How did you feel going there with 40 years?
I felt crazy. First thing I felt when I walked through the doors on Ferguson, only thing you heard, new booty, new booty, new booty, new booty. And your heart is beating like you about to
Lies, and more lies. You know
So
why I know?
what all
Because
right,
in the
so
course of
that's
me,
my question. That's my question, B. When you first hit the joint, how was it when you literally first walked in there?
bro, the first thing is when they came and got us out the county, right? See, again, I'm gonna give you a whole rundown first day from when they tell you that you on a chain in the county. The chain means you headed to the penitentiary. You finna get moved around. That's the term. That's the term that's
Okay.
used. You on the chain. Okay,
Okay.
so in the county, before you even get on the bus, right? You gonna get stripped, and they gonna make you put on a white jumpsuit with the sleeves cut out, with no socks, no shoes. I don't give a damn if it's 30 degrees outside. Whenever they come get you, that's how you going down there. When I went, right? So you on this bus naked with this jumpsuit, your right hand handcuffed to somebody's left hand. Y'all on this bus, we got to Abilene. Uh, my first unit was the Middleton unit in Abilene. When the bus pulled up, a black correctional officer
Hold,
got on the bus. Go
hold
ahead.
on 1 second. What's up, Zay? Zay in the building. How you feeling, Zay? All right, go ahead.
What up, Zay? But it was a black correctional officer with the typical cop shades, the round kind, the dark
Yeah.
ones. He got on the bus and told us, and he sounded like a country white dude. He got on the bus. The dude said, I heard it's a couple of attitudes on this bus here. I tell you what, you better mail that attitude to your mama, because you're going to end up eating some concrete down here. Now get your ass off this bus. Wasn't now motherfucker talking about new booty in the ass. Wasn't nobody saying shit. You hear me? So You gonna get in there, you gonna take that jumpsuit off, and you gonna stand in this line of 25 or however long that line was. It's like 4 lines. And you standing out, everybody in this motherfucker naked. When they call your name, you gonna go up there, they gonna give you some goddamn clothes, they gonna cut your motherfucking hair. And if hair you got on your face, you finna shave that shit off. They finna assign you your living area, and then that's where you finna walk to. Once you get to your living area, when you pull up, this dude's playing dominoes, this dude's playing chess, some dudes may be drawing, some dudes may be working out. Everybody doing something different. Ain't nobody saying a goddamn thing to you when you walk in the dorm except what up. That's it. A motherfucker gonna speak to you. After a while, somebody may ask you where you from, because that's the normal. You know what I'm saying? If you from whatever town you from, they try to link you up with people. If it's somebody in that dorm from fucking Houston or Dallas, they, yeah, Lil Willie over there, he from Houston too. Shit, y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. But ain't wasn't nothing sexual ever said, bro. And I touched 10 different units in the course of my time. I got moved around 10 different times.
Well, all right. So what year was your
When I hit the penitentiary,
yeah
96,
96?
96. Yep.
Okay. So
So,
if anything, it would have definitely been popping off in the 90s, because that's when 90s was that was the
come
hot
on,
era
man.
right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
That's the
definitely would have
Tupac.
been popping off.
That's the Tupac era.
Hell yeah. Hey, oh snap, hold on, cause we got another. Hey Smitty, come up. I need you. Hold on, let me drop this link, cause I need Smitty, another person who is familiar with the time. I need you come up here for a split second, bro. We home. We back home right now. So yeah, man, we can we can go ahead and invite guests up. And, hey, and if Zay you want to pop up, if Zay you want to pop up here and kick it, that's you're definitely welcome. I just dropped the link, but go ahead, B, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, so that first day, nobody I never experienced, and I don't know nobody that experienced that kind of overt sexual talk, because that'll get your goddamn head busted. First off, that's the first thing. That's gonna get you a fight. Cause who the fuck you talking to? Talking about some new booty. That's a damn lie. That's a straight up lie. Ain't nobody doing no shit like that, because first of all, when you get the intake, don't know ain't no inmates around where intake is. What
Mm,
prison intake is, where that bus come in at, ain't no goddamn inmates around that motherfucker. So how are they talking about new booty? Real talk. The closest you gonna see, somebody may see you getting off the bus, and that may be from the rec yard. But
facts.
ain't nobody finna waste their time because you got on clothes. So again, all this booty talk, that shit suspect to me. Cause I ain't experienced it. And like I told you, in Texas penitentiary, known homosexuals, they ain't even in general population. Cause they don't play that shit. If you get caught doing something with a man in that motherfucker, your ass finna get another charge. They don't play that shit in Texas. So I don't even know what this fool talking about, this booty shit. Now I'm not saying homosexual activity don't happen, but it damn sure ain't out in the fucking open like that's just some common shit going on. That's a goddamn lie.
Facts.
I don't know how they doing it in no other state, but I know down here in the Lone Star State, ain't that shit ain't going down like that, bro.
Word.
When I tell
And
you them white folks got, bro. Texas is the plantation. If you end up in that penitentiary, a nigga, a Mexican, and a white boy ain't running shit. Only motherfuckers running something in there is them motherfuckers that got them keys. and pushing them buttons. That's who running shit in there. So all this other shit these fools talking about, bro, ain't no inmates running no motherfucking penitentiary. Nowhere. Now you may run inmate activity, but that shit is on the low and it's at a minimum. Because if them people feel like you're getting out of hand, they gonna lock that motherfucker down. And like I said, when they say go in that cell, I ain't seen the motherfucker stay out of it. I don't care what you in there for. So all this shit, like, man, that ain't what that is, bro. Real talk. Not in Texas. I don't
Right.
know what they doing in California and New York, Florida, but in Texas, man, this shit straight up plantation, bro.
Bro,
Straight.
like even when like even when I had like certain people talk about the prison or county and stuff like that, it on like California side, I never heard them, say that, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this fresh fish is fresh, like that's
Don't
some TV
nobody
show
say
stuff,
that,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Nobody says that, bro. Real talk. You don't know who got a mental problem. You don't know who is schizophrenic. And you saying that shit to a motherfucker that may slash your goddamn throat with a razor blade that they stuck in the end of a toothbrush. There ain't nobody playing games like that in the penitentiary, bro. Everybody in there for something. Trust me. Everybody in there for something. Ain't nobody just running up. Because they don't even know what you're capable of, bro. Like real talk. Ain't nobody just running up Bogart and man, ain't nobody doing that shit. Now, if you show over time, if you show to be a certain type of dude, yeah, you may get tested, but that's after you've been observed.
You've been observed, right? Right. They gotta observe you first to see. Yeah, I mean,
What
how
type
you
of
how you
time, how you
conducting
move,
yourself. Yeah.
exactly before any that you got to go through the size up and the size up. Now that's real. You gonna get size. That's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
But once the size up is done and you register as a man, you mind your business, you quiet, ain't nobody messing with you. Ain't nobody fucking with no dude in that's quiet. Cause they know one thing, that nigga got something on his mind.
Hmm.
It may be killing. Real talk. So it's not like that. And any problems that you experience in prison, 9 times out of 10, those are self inflicted, bro. Because everybody trying to get out that motherfucker.
Right.
Everybody ain't got 40 years. Some dudes got 20. Some
Right.
dudes got 10. Some dudes got 5. So everybody's trying to make parole, keep going commissary, keep getting visits, being able to go to rec, because that makes your time easier. Ain't nobody trying to do hard time.
Right.
Hard time is being on lockdown. You feel what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
this idea that when you go to prison right off the bat, soon as you get off the bus, nah, soon as you get off the bus, some guards gonna let you know what time it is,
Facts.
depending on where you land. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so that's that on that. That's a lie. That dude lying. That's some old movie shit. That's some perverted.
Right.
That's some perverted tendencies that he's subconsciously, letting us know about.
Facts. Hey, Smitty, welcome to the live, Smitty. We we going over this 607 interview with King Kunta. No, no, I say King Kunta. OG Kunta,
Uh-huh.
uh Pastor Eli, and OG Gumby, right? And I the last live I did, I went back and I fixed the audio on there, so you'll actually be able to hear what was said in the beginning of the live and stuff like that. But this one right here that we're doing, we're reviewing the same video, but we're going over the first half of the video, because I only did a portion of the video, and that was like already like halfway through the video. So we're reviewing the first half, and this is the prison side, the prison talk side, where he was explaining like when he touched down in prison, what was going on inside there, stuff like that. Um,
Yeah, okay.
so I know like this topic right here is something that you don't really like to go back and like reflect on, but
Hold
I
on, wait,
want
wait, 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 wait. What? What?
like the prison talk.
Bruh, let me go ahead and reiterate that real quick. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Um, my whole purpose of coming to this space in the first place was to give my story. The only reason why I shied away from giving my story is because I realized that the internet is not really receptive to truly hearing what the realest of us have to say, what the authentic of us have to say. Somehow or another, we want to, gravitate to what is who has it popping the most. So, I just fell back, bruh. That's it.
Oh,
Nah,
okay.
I don't have
Ah,
no problem talking about my train accident. I don't have no problem talking about my prison time, my G. That's my whole
okay.
purpose. God allowed me to make it through it so I can tell the story. So hopefully it'll help somebody else, my nigga. It'll be
Right.
selfish as shit at me to not give what it is that I have to offer. That's why I'm here. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the
Cool.
family.
So yeah, that's I'm glad you said that because this is the whole point of this live right here. We're trying to show that we're trying to show these young folk, and this is why I titled it the way I titled it is going to jail slash prison is not a success story. You know, because one, we get these guys up here like this that glorify going to jail and doing hard time and stuff like that as if it's an accomplishment in life, as if it's a rite of passage. So we got these young people out here now thinking that once they hit the jail and hit the prison system, they now became a man, and they got some stamp, they stamped with something.
Hey,
And
AC, AC.
yeah.
I'm, I'm going to say this real quick, right? Nah, you know, I'm somebody and I literally have the physical paperwork right here. I, I've been incarcerated, Lord knows how many times. I finally went away from my big bed in my life for about 7.5 years, um, sentenced to 11.
Okay,
My
cool.
point is, in what I'm saying, is that, dog, anybody who knows that it's not something to glorify being locked up, it's just not. Um, you know how we look at it, literally where I'm from, specifically out here, native, is that niggas who wound up getting football numbers are the failures. Bruh, do you not know how many, like, I'm talking about folks that, like, got, I mean, huge weight, whatever it is they're doing, and they're in their 80s right now. They've been doing it since they were in their, I don't know, early 20s, maybe even a teenager. Even if they had their run ins, they are cooling. You don't know who they are
Hmm.
to land it. My point is that we try to glorify getting locked up. Bruh, getting locked up means that you failed the mission. The mission
Facts.
was to do the crime and get away with it. You failed. That's not a brag. That's not a flex. You were supposed to do whatever you were supposed to do and duck out of Dodge. That's the mission. That's the real mission, and that's been lost. Now, I'm not. Let's see. That's why it's so tough for me to talk about it to Landon. I ain't trying to take the floor up. I'm just
No, no, no.
saying, like,
I'm ready to ask you a question as soon as you done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, you know, we try to glorify the actual failures. Like, dog, if you go out there and say, "Yeah, I had this, I had that," my nigga, what do you have right now?
Hmm.
Okay, bet you had all that. Okay, bet you was doing the damn thing. Right now, as we speak, what do you have access to? What do you own? And so I'm just saying, like, we be missing the whole point of hustling, the whole point of doing everything that we brag about on music videos, the movies, and everything is to make something out of nothing. We will turn something, we will turn something from nothing, blow it up, turn it right back into nothing, and then think we got to flex. My nigga, why are you doing that? That's crazy. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
Nah, for real. So so all right. So before you, I don't know how much you heard. How much you heard from this live?
I'm just getting here. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I said give me 7 minutes. I had to make sure I heated up dinner.
Okay, so before you got here, yeah, I mean we was listening, and this guy in the green is Pastor Eli. He said when he first got to the yard, all you heard was people yelling out "new booty, new booty." All right, so he went in the 80s and got out in the 2000s. I don't know what part of the 2000s. He just said the 2000s.
Bruh, can I real quick? Golly, bruh. Like that should be killing me, dog. Let me tell y'all some real shit. Tell y'all some real shit. New booty. My nigga, that shit to this very day. Right now in 2025 is still something that's still so quiet. The only thing that niggas don't have to worry about as much is getting it took because it's so openly accepted in society, even in the prison yards now. But my nigga, let me tell you something. It's not what people be trying to make that shit, dog. You get ran off the yard if we find out that you on that type time. You can't stay in my cell if I find out you on that type of time.
Hello.
That is not real, dog. We don't want
Hello.
you on the block. We don't
Shit.
want you on the unit. You gotta check in. You're gonna have to check in. We don't want you here. That's not real, dog. That's why, oh yeah, like niggas. So that's what I'm saying. Like you would hear some of on like this type of platform that's real big, and they'll say something like that, and it will further perpetuate. Oh yeah, just because you get locked up, that just means all of a sudden you want men. No, bruh. I've been around dudes that been in for over 20, man. Like at max, they either trying to get with one of the female COs or they order
Mhm.
corn because you can do that when you in there. You
Right.
can order flicks. You can do all of that shit, dog. Like there's a way for us as fully straight men to get by during our bid. And I promise you, if you not about that, you not about to get into it. You're not about to be somebody who never did it in 30 to 35 years of your life, 20 some years of your life. All of a sudden, you just about to turn into that. It don't work that way. Stop letting this
I
internet shit
told
fool you. That's not how that shit go, dog. Most niggas is not having you in their damn cell if you on that type of time. I digress.
I
My mic is
told you
muted with
so.
that.
I
Okay,
told you
so,
so.
so y'all hear
I told you.
look, y'all
Told
hear
you.
from two different sides of the spectrum. Bees in Texas, yeah, me and Smitty's in DC. Well, formerly the outskirts Maryland, but he reps to DC.
Nah. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah.
1901 and Upper Mark. Nah. It's all the same. We all the same.
Oh, okay. So peep game. So peep game, right? All right, Smitty. Wait, I take it you probably went to Jessup, right?
Hager's.
Hagerstown.
And
Okay.
yeah. Then I got transferred to Cumberland and came home.
Okay. All right. So when you first hit Hagerstown, walk us through the process of when you first hit Hagerstown. For when you got
I
got
mean,
on the
are you
bus and
talking
you
about
got
like
there.
literally being? I mean, real quick, you talking about literally just like being processed, my nigga? You talking
Yeah.
about like just like I mean,
Yeah, like when you got processed and your initial walking into the facility to go to your home, what they would call your home, which is your cell.
um, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. All right, so I mean, I got called out on a Thursday, and after I got sentenced. Now I was only up there for about like I went up there for the time I went, but when I got there, dog, I thought it was gonna be real racist. Like that's what
Mm,
I was told. I was told like I gotta watch out for the Aryan Nation. See out here, that's what we got, right? So we
yeah.
got like a lot of Aryan Nation and like MS. So I was told to watch out for them MS and watch out for the Aryan Nation when you go there. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I got there and I went on ahead. I got processed through. I went on ahead, got my wristband, and as soon as I got in there, I seen like a couple of the brothers, and I'm talking about, I'm just telling y'all where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? I was with the Muslims,
Mm,
and nobody messed with me. I'm gonna be real with you, dog. Like that's a real thing, and that's why people look at Islam as like a gang in prison because, like, like I don't care where you at, like, don't nobody mess with you. You with the brothers, you with the Jamaat, like they ain't messing with you. So I was like, soon as I got in, bruh, I just sunk in with my own. They put me in the cell with a brother and everything. You know what I'm saying? I was in the cell with like, you know what I'm saying, a regular dude at first. You know what I'm saying? And then they went on ahead and switched me over. One of the brothers, they was like, I want Ak in my cell. So they went on ahead and got me in there. And as soon as they got me in there, bruh, I was with the Jamaat. And as soon as I was with the Jamaat, I had no issues, none, nothing. Ate good, slept good, no problems. Now, I did have to do things I didn't want to. There were a couple times where the shit ain't had nothing to do with me, and I did have to involve myself with the prison politics. I did have to actually fight with the Jamaat. Like I did actually have to hop in that shit. If I didn't, nigga, like I'm not eating and I'm gonna be outcast. That's real. That's a real fucking thing. Excuse my language. Um, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, like I went on ahead and rolled my bed out pretty smooth. I ain't even gonna lie, dog. Like I don't have that story of like a whole bunch of like gay shit and all that other stuff, dog. I don't have that story, dog. And most of us as men don't have that story. We know about stories that we laugh at that we've seen or heard about. Like, oh shit, look at these two motherfucking fun boys coming out the shower. Like, we know about shit, but like, nigga, we don't be involving ourselves in that, dog. Don't nobody be playing with that for real, for real. But I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
respect, respect. Hey, as y'all just heard from the two brothers, bro. As y'all heard, bro. This stuff don't happen like that. So basically, if you run across some what they would call boy booty, yeah, I mean that's what you wanted the whole time. So you must have been searching for that. That's the only way you gonna run across it because Smitty and B just said like, bruh, you getting the boot, you getting put on your head, bruh, if you even think about going on that side, bruh.
Bro, those people are not
No, no,
in
no, no, no.
general population.
Keywords is you gotta check in, nigga. You gonna have to check in. You checking in once we find that out, my nigga. We not having you on the block.
bro, if you are known, declared open with that shit, in Texas, you not even in general population. They not gonna even put you in the
That's a fact.
administration
Fact.
ain't gonna even put you in population. They don't play this shit. This shit ain't just like, and the crazy thing is, Chop, Buddy finna tell on himself even more. The more he talk, the more he finna tell you what time he on.
Hey, look,
Oh,
look.
Eli.
Let me tell y'all this though, right? No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like little funny story. So I was uh I was on the block and I got shipped over. Finally, I got my job working in the kitchen. So I moved to the kitchen unit because that was always my thing, bro. I don't care where I'm at. I always want to be in that kitchen, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over there and we had a dishwasher by the name of Tasha. Tasha's real name is Timothy. All right. And this nigga was big as shit. Big as shit. And long story short, it was a real huge, I guess, wanted to be a woman type joint. And it's crazy how the whole time while there, that individual made sure that they kept a distance from everybody. Um, there was no playing around with shit. There was no funny stuff. Like they even tried to act like they was one of the guys, and we looking at you obviously like nigga, no, you not. But we know you just trying to play the part. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like when you have experiences, when you actually see how like that shit really go, my point is it's not what people be trying to make that shit to be. Like even folks that get down like that, now you know what that person was in for? A body. Like they was in there for a body. That whole individual, as big as they are and everything, it was in there for a body and an attempt. The second person survived. So I'm in there with this like strong ass Joan. You know what I'm saying? That like is on some other shit. But the reason why it was so much respect given is because when it comes to the whole, like, I guess you can call it prison politics, that's a real thing. Folks know not to overstep boundaries and overstep lines. Just like in the hoods. I don't care how much I've been around MS, Latin Kings, all that other shit. They don't mess with us because as long as we carry ourselves a certain way, they're not even trying to approach us or trying to mess with us. So the whole dynamic of you need to have fear of this, you need to have fear of that, that's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. No, like it's a whole lot of us that actually know how this real political aspect of how prison works and how the streets work and how they correlate. But I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family. Thank you, AC.
Already, man, already. Like, see, this why I was, I wanted to do this live because me and B was on the phone for like 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours talking about this, bro. And he was like, man, hit me tomorrow, bro, because we gotta go live about this, bro. And I just want the people, like the young folks, to hear, the real stories, that goes on in there, the real stuff that goes on in there, because we're listening to a person on a podcast that's like the stories that he's telling, is like throwed off. It's throwed all the way off, and I was like, bro, this gotta stop, bro. Like this gotta stop, bro. We gotta
Let
make.
me let me hear a little bit about what they talking about because I ain't gonna lie. When I popped up, he was on pause, so I ain't heard shit they said yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to start it. I'm ready to start it back up. But like we
And
had
shout
to
out to
teach. Go ahead. Oh, you broke up a little bit. What you say?
Nah, I was just saying shout out to B.
Okay.
Yeah,
What up, Smitty? Shit, you know
you
what
already
it is.
shout out, my nigga.
Yeah, and and like we gotta teach these young folks like this stuff ain't stuff that you gotta glorify. This stuff, this if you want to be a man and you want to be successful out here in these streets, bruh, live your life. Take care of your household. Take care of your responsibilities. Leave this situation alone. Like Smitty just said, bruh, you're a failure. Soon as you hit them doors and you get in that intake and all that stuff, you get processed and all that, you failed. Flat out. You're a failure. You don't get no A+. This don't make you the realest street nigga ever. It makes you the biggest loser.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Facts.
Shit, go
He say,
directly
what?
to jail. That's what the goddamn Monopoly board say.
Nah, real talk. Real
Motherfucker
talk.
go directly.
You walk through the shower, everybody naked. You got ain't on hard walking in. Where you from, little home? I said,
Time
I'm
out.
from
What?
sunny
Wait,
side,
wait,
bro.
wait, wait. Hold on. What? Wait just one goddamn minute.
He said
So,
he
so
got
you
people's
mean
leg all hard. First of all, you ain't even
so
supposed
so
to be
you
looking at it.
first of all, I'm trying to figure out how are you aroused around men that you don't even fucking know, and you actually said this out your own goddamn mouth. What kind of diddy-fied ass shit you on? No, like real
I,
talk.
nah, for
Because
real. I
because
call him
again
Gucci
that's
Bandit.
that's that's beyond me. Again, these are conversations and terms and statements I ain't never heard from nobody that ever did time that they was walking around with a hard on because everybody was naked. The fuck?
Um, look, uh, I'm gonna just say this part. You know, the one thing that I'm disappointed in when it comes to the OGs of this whole, like, let's say this Adam 22 gang, whack 100, all that shit, all the people involved in that whole everything. The one thing that I would say to all the triple OGs, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Gumby, all of them, bruh. Like, my nigga, you actually made it through something. You actually are in a position to truly shed some gems on like the true foundation on it and everything, right? You know, I where I'm from, and I'm pretty sure a native can even vouch for this. We more so known for neighborhood cruising streets, right? We not really like a gang area when it comes to like Maryland as an entire state, even down to the DMV area. We're more so about neighborhoods, cruise streets. But what I have learned is that those who have come here that's into that shit, man, I done come across some like real deal triple OGs and everything in real time, real life. And the way they talk, the way they move is absolutely north and south compared to what it is that I see online. So, my point is, so I'm not just, sound like I'm rambling. Like, bruh, you dudes from OG Kunta, whoever Cuz is in the Green Adidas, I don't know who that is, you know what I'm saying? But um
That
y'all
that's
absolutely
Pastor Eli.
okay. Oh, that's Pastor Eli. No, I just haven't seen the picture. Okay, okay. I've heard the name. I've heard the name. All right, bet. So y'all absolutely have the opportunity to, if you're gonna do anything with this whole gang, that stuff, if you're really out of it, then truly show that you're out of it through how you operate with your mouth. With your mouthpiece, make sure that you operate and speak as if you truly are out of this shit. Because the biggest problem that I'm learning is that it's like the OGs think that the only way to get the young bloods attention is to still make them think that we out here sliding too. We still gotta make them think that we out here doing the same shit still, even though we in our 50s and 40s, late 40s, early 40s, whatever, and we all retired, bruh. Most of us, we are not trying to do another day in processing, let alone another damn bid. I'm not trying to do another bid, bruh. I don't have it in me. And it's like we don't
Facts.
want to speak like that, bruh. And so it's like I'm like, so what is all of these platforms for you gang for like you older OG gang niggas for? What's it for if you're not going to speak exactly how you should be talking? My nigga, my jersey is hung up. My Uzi is hung up. Okay? All that, my beeper, that shit is hung up. I'm done. It's over. Now, because I'm one of the fortunate ones to have made it through this, I got a story to tell. And through this story, I don't want to glorify the horrendous moments that have happened in my life, but I do want to share with you the story in which I have, which it is I have made it through, so that hopefully, just hopefully, maybe one or two of you guys, if not 5 or 10 of y'all, out of Lord knows how many, might just get the message. I'm just trying to make sure that I let y'all know that it ain't what you think it is. Same thing with the prison talk. I'm sick of niggas describing prison the wrong way. But I
Boy,
digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family. Thank you.
Nah, that's that. Thank you, bro. I don't know if my soundboard working, but let's see. Nah, my soundboard ain't working because I'm not on the main joint.
Man, you
We go
good. You
we
good. You
gonna give you
good,
a round
fat.
of
You good,
applause for
native.
that.
You right.
We
You
gotta
good,
give you a
native.
round
My
of
fault.
applause for that. Nah, for real, bro. Thank you, bro. It's about time, we had this discussion because one, I heard what I heard in out that whole thing was conviction. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
That's conviction. Your jersey is hung up for a reason. I am not trying to go back there. These guys talk like as if they're willing to go back, and that was one of the biggest things that we was talking about. Was that this is the main reason why people get out and then go right back
yep.
because they done got comfortable. So they got so comfortable and so what did you call what did you call that? You referred it to
Are they
like
institutionalized?
no, it was domesticated. There you go.
Yeah,
That's the word you use. They got so domesticated with the prison system that it feels normal to them. And when they get out here, that they don't know how to function on the outside. But what you hear from B and what you hear from Smitty is that although they did a nice period of time in there, they never once got comfortable. They never once was just so comfortable that they can see that as being their second home, their home away from home. You know what I'm saying? Like this my summer home right here, and that's the problem that we have now, that these guys glorify this joint as if it's just something that they can just go back to at any given time and not feel a difference.
they wouldn't. Again, if your heart ain't see to make a change, you have to have a change of heart. Your mind is not going to sustain you in terms of the change when life started life. Like me, right? If I didn't change my heart from the heart I had when I was in the street, ain't no way I could have went damn near 3 years not having a real job because of my conviction. My mind, yeah, I knew I had to work, but when life started life, and i.e., you go on here, you fill in our applications, you getting turned around before the goddamn ink drop because you got a background. See, I had to have a change of heart because if my heart hadn't been changed, I'd have went back to the street. So the issue is a lot of these guys have not had a change of heart. And so since you haven't experienced that change of heart, your heart still is in the street. And being in the street, going to prison is a byproduct of being in the street. That's why you can get on a platform like that, podcast like that, and say out of your own mouth things that you should really be ashamed of
Facts.
because the heart ain't changed. See, and that's the institution can't give you that. That's something that you have to evolve and grow into within yourself, whether you go through the vehicle of Islam or Christianity or whatever door you go into to make that change. Because again, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, you get your ass out here and not doing what you're supposed to do. They got a bed for you, the same bed you left, that same motherfucker waiting on you. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's the wise man understanding. See, that's how I was able to be out here, no job, going to temp services, going to day labor. Because in my mind, nigga, you just worked 10 years for free. I'd be damned if you ain't finna get your ass out here and find something. See, because again, that drive came from the change of heart that occurred in prison. First, another thing, you have to accept that you failed. Like Smitty was saying, you have to accept that you did some dumbass shit to get to prison. A lot of dudes ain't in there because they was running some kind of complicated ass scheme. A lot of niggas was locked up because they was doing dumb shit. And until you can admit to yourself that you played your fucking self, you're gonna always get played by the system. Real talk. So that, you gotta admit that you fucked up. You gotta admit that ain't nothing nice seeing your mama get old because she driving up and down this highway to come see your nigga ass, and these years instead of turning on his calendar. See, little man was little when you first went in.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, he crawling now. Over time, he walking now. Over time, he in the third grade now.
Hmm.
And you still got your nigga ass in here. And this is the image that you want to put out to society as if this is the way you supposed to be.
Mm-mm-mm. Man.
Again, because when you get locked up, you automatically become a burden to your loved ones automatically. And at a time like this, when the average price of goddamn me 5 pounds of ground beef damn near $20, you want to go get locked up and be begging your mama, your baby mama, your gal, whoever the fuck it is, for money, and people out here can't even afford food out here. But you bragging about new booty, and you got off the bus and it was booty, and you was checking the crips and you was the big dog, and that shit don't translate into a goddamn thing out here. You can't get a motherfucking biscuit from Popeyes with these bullshit ass stories these niggas telling.
Thank you. Nah, for real, bro. For real.
And
And then
and
we
and
was
go ahead.
we was just talking about that about I mean the milk, eggs and bread being all the same price.
Bro, in the state of Iowa, eggs has went up 143 fucking percent. And you got niggas, and again, the government is shut down right now. So everybody that's on SNAP and Section 8 ain't getting their shit for November. And you got niggas on the podcast bragging about being in the goddamn penitentiary. But motherfuckers ain't even finna be able to feed their goddamn kids.
Hmm.
And you steady writing letters talking about what the fuck you need. Can you send me $10, $20?
Make it what we say, making the spread on the back of the toilet.
You feel what I'm saying? These niggas making cooking videos like we want to eat this shit. Nigga, you cooking on top of a fucking toilet, my nigga. Are you kidding me right now? You cooking on a sink toilet combo. As if that's some shit,
Unsanitary.
as if that's some shit that a person that ain't thinking about breaking the law want to do. The insanity of it. The
And then
insanity of it.
and on top of that, and on top of that, I I gotta pay these high grocery bills. Not only am my money short taking food from out the kids' mouth to send to you. You been there busting it down with three other people. So you over there feeding people inside there as if yeah, I mean my money's supposed to be going out there to be feeding some other bum other bum nigga that mother stop sending the money.
You know
man
what I'm
say
saying?
man
Come on,
say
man. That's not what that is, bro. Because again, like I say, you become a burden automatically. If you're not a financial burden, you're definitely an emotional and spiritual burden because the people that you left have to deal with your absence every day.
mm,
They have to look at your shoes, your clothes, your toothbrush, your game controller.
mm-hmm.
See, again, this is the reality of what happens when you get taken away.
Bruh, the hardest thing the hardest thing I heard, bruh. My cousin did the years and stuff.
Oh,
Did my cousin did his 2 years and stuff. And the hardest thing he had to do was tell his son that he was away at school. He was away at he had to go away at school, bruh. And his son was like, when my father getting back, asking when his father getting back from school and stuff like that, bruh. Like that he said, man, that he used to kill him because he couldn't, it's like he ain't want him to know. He ain't want him to see him like that and stuff like that. Like I'm like,
and
dang,
it,
bruh, that's tough.
and it, and the things you miss during while being incarcerated, you can't get those moments back. You can't get baby steps that was missed. You can't get graduations, promotions that were missed. You can't get that back.
Hmm.
And not only can you not get it back, the child can't get that back. The loved one that wanted you to be there, that wanted you to see this, they can't get that back either. So again, the insanity and the selfish nature of this mentality that's a flex being in prison. Like it's a flex being an OG. What the fuck is that? Like in real life, what the fuck is that?
Hmm.
That's just some fake, fanciful ass bullshit that we done made up. Because if you know a tree by the fruit it bear, what is? Let's look at the OG basket.
Mm,
Let's look in that basket and see what we got.
mm. My
The
uncle was just
name.
my uncle. Well, hold on, 1 second, Smitty. Before you go, I'm gonna let
Go
you.
ahead.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
let
Go ahead.
you
Go ahead. Go ahead,
take the
native. You
floor
got it.
next.
You got it. My bad.
My, no, you good. My uncle was just preaching this, bruh. He's just preaching this, and he was going. He went and said he went and said Jesus is the vine, God is the gardener, and then on this vine you got branches. You got branches that don't produce fruit, and then you got branches that produce fruit. And God comes through and he does his gardening and plucks away the branches that doesn't um bring on fruit, so that the branches that bears fruit can bear more fruit. You know what I'm saying? And and he was saying like what kind of branch are you? Are you a branch that bears fruit, or you a branch that just takes up space, and don't produce no fruit? And what we're seeing here is a table full of branches that don't bear fruit. And then he went on and said the branches that don't bear fruit get pruned, get purged, and they come and collect up all those branches, and they throw them in the fire so they can get burned. So basically, discard them. This what we need to start doing with these people. With these people, we need to start looking at these people like that, like we have up here, and realize, okay, we're all part of this vine, which is Jesus. Yes, we know that. But are you bearing fruit? Which is, are you giving knowledge that can help anybody, help the next coming? Are you bearing fruit to where, as though, you know, like B, like my brother Smitty, like B, my brother B. Are y'all dropping these jewels so that people can use them for their everyday life, or are you up here talking about booty bandits and guys hard in the shower and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? New booty on time. So these guys ain't bearing no fruit. We gotta learn how to pluck these guys out the way. Stop giving these guys the energy and the platforms and the views and stuff like that. And we need to start giving the views to the people who's bearing fruit, who the ones who's dropping knowledge and stuff like that. And like Zay just said in the comment, OG, nigga, be an OG to your kids.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
a round of
black people,
applause right there. Hold
black
on one
men, the
second,
only
B.
men that get
Hold on 1 second. Let Smitty go real quick,
uh,
and then after Smitty, you go ahead and jump in.
No, what I wanted to say briefly was, and yeah, definitely shout out to that comment. That's right. That's right. Be a OG to your kids, mofo. That's right. I definitely support that message. Yeah, that's right. Pin that up. Pin that up for a second. So what is the actual foundation of what it is to be an OG? See, what I think we need to actually reevaluate and actually look at, because you know what I believe that we've come to the conclusion of nowadays is that you're an OG just so long as you've just simply lived past the age of 25. No, no, no. There are a lot of criterias. There are a lot of life lessons and learning that you have to go through to become what we truly call an OG. Somebody in the community that we can look up to. So my question to you fellas is this. My question is, do you really believe that, let's say, out of 100%, how what is the percentage of those who are considered OGs in the
Mm,
community would you say is considered to be certified out of 100%?
mm.
Let's go. Rock out.
All you, B.
shit, I don't even know, bro. I don't even be in the hood like that no more. I don't do nothing but work and shit.
Man,
That's
most
it.
of us do. No, no,
I
no,
work
no, no,
I
no,
work
no,
six
no.
days a
B,
week is
B,
what
we're
I'm
not gonna
saying.
do that, B.
So
We're
the
not gonna
only
do that, B.
no
We're not gonna
the
do
only
that.
perception I could give you is from what I understood in the streets and an OG at the time I was out there. That was over 20 years ago. So that shit I'm talking about
Do
ain't
you believe that
applicable.
most people our age moves how you do? Yes or no? There you go, right there.
Oh hell no. Hell no, they don't. We
There
too
we
busy.
go.
Most of motherfuckers our age too busy trying to be young niggas. They dress like them. They got the goddamn tennis shoes like them. They listen to the same motherfucking music, imitate the same dress style. That's how the cycle continues. Because the old ones teach the new ones.
Now we getting somewhere, native. Now we getting somewhere. Rock out. Go ahead, AC.
Yeah, we got. I'm from Sunny Side, so when they watch this, I'm weighing about 80 pounds. Watch this though,
Hey,
and
nah,
you
hold
got
on, hold
about
on.
hard in
Pause
front of
that.
your
Pause
face?
that. Pause that. Pause
Yeah.
that. Nah, native. You ain't answer, man. B answered. Nah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Step your foot in the air. Walk over them
Oh,
coals. Yeah, walk
oh,
over the coals, my nigga. We in Hawaii. Walk over the coals.
oh, oh! I didn't know you. I didn't know you wanted me to
Yeah,
answer.
my
Oh,
nigga.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This show
All
show,
right.
man. Yeah, let the
Was
audience know what the host think. Come on now. This your shit.
run the question back again for me?
Out of 100% of the what we would consider to be the OGs. So I'm saying, let's just be for real. Anybody 40 and up, the OGs, triple O, double and triple OGs of the world. Do you believe that majority of us really hold up to the standard of what it is to really be a OG?
Nah, nah. I got about 10%. I'm going with
That's
ten
sad as shit.
percent.
That I mean, that is so sad. That is
I'm
so sad.
I'm only
Rock
going to
out
give
though. I
ten
digress.
percent.
My mic is muted. Go ahead. Elaborate.
And
Elaborate.
I say 10. I say 10% because my OGs, my OGs, the ones that I consider OGs, have gradually shifted from actually being an OG to being a successful man. You know what I'm saying? They don't even hold the title of OG or or look at that title of OG as a stamp of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? So, uh,
Native. Let's just be for real. Honestly, when we talking about the status and the term of an OG, what we're talking about is the man who made it.
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
care
I
if it's
got you. No,
because you made it from like the hood aspect or you made it out of the hood aspect.
no, no,
You
no,
were
no, no. I
OG if you
got you.
actually one of us who actually was able in some form of fashion to make something different. But go
Let
ahead
me
though.
let me elaborate. Let me elaborate. So I got you. You know, and I say that because my OG and the person that I would consider my OG would be my uncle, and my uncle was a pastor. You know what I'm saying? My uncle, he still like it's sitting there for the right occasion. Yeah, I mean, he might have to bring it out, but other than that, bro, he's a successful pastor. He's a father. He's a mentor. You know, he when I was on hard times and stuff like that, and I was finding myself out. You know, he was helping me navigate to where I'm at today. So I remember Smitty, you asked me, you know what I'm saying, what makes you talk like this when it comes down to God and stuff like that, and what have you been through that makes you, you know, so spiritual like this, and everything that you hear me talk about and how I come off and stuff like that, I give all that to my uncle, you know, which will be considered my OG, and that's only one person I can give that to out of all the men that I've counted in my life and been in my life and stuff like that. He's the only one I can give that to because even when was on hard times and stuff like that, he seen the potential in me. He was the only man that ever and it's sad, and this is where a lot of us have issues at. You know, he was the only man that ever once told me like, "Yo, I'm proud of you." And this was before I gave my life to the Lord and stuff like that and started doing that. Now he tell me that all the time now. Well, I see where you came from, but when I was out there thugging and I was figuring it out and I was, I was working on being a family man but still running the streets and stuff like that. He told me that. He like, boy, I'm proud of you. I'm seeing something in you. So my OG is a real OG. You know what I'm saying? He just like me. He tell me that all the time. Like man, you remind me so much of me on how I used to be. Like a lot of the stuff you did. I see myself in you. You know what I'm saying? And and yeah, like he took me from just a regular little nigga to actually being a man type stuff, bro. More than and I don't mean to say it like this, but it's the truth. More than what my father did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I gotta give it that 10% because not too many men out here that is actually positive mentors and role models for the young dudes. That's why they look at these guys up here and they emulate what they see because they think that's what it is. You know, oh, you got to be like this. Look at these old dudes up here talking. They fine. They all right. But if you look at their demeanors and stuff, their demeanors is shot.
My bad, I was on mute. Nah, I mean, okay. So, AC, I'm gonna be real with you. Where I am is this, right? So, I really have come to a crossroads, and that crossroads that I've come to is, all right, I get it. We have gotten to the point where majority of us, and we see it every day, we're more trying to be our kids and the youth's
Hmm.
friends than actually being leaders. And somehow or another, we think that will be more beneficial. Somehow or another, we think that that's what's going to bring us closer and bridge the gap. You
Hmm.
want to know what I recognize that brought me so close to my elders is that they didn't think like me. They didn't act like me. I wanted to be like them because they didn't act like us.
Hmm.
And I'm just trying to figure out, where did we lose that? I remember actually being 15 years old and I wanted to take a Sharpie pen and draw on a little fake beard or a goatee just to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real. We actually did shit to look older, to act older, to be older, because we actually looked up to it. We looked up to the whole
Hmm.
dynamic of what it was to be a grown ass man and a grown ass woman. I remember the days of chicks stuffing their bras. They wanted to be grown. It
Hmm.
wasn't just a sexual thing, it was just a simple
Yeah.
fact of, I want to appear to be a grown ass woman. And I notice now it has reversed. Now those of us who are finally at that point, it's like, oh shit, I'm here now. Nah, nigga, take me back to
Give me back.
1999. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Uh,
like, no, man, no, no, no.
I
You're right.
I
Calm
refer
down, chill out. We're here now.
I
Yeah,
refer them to Toys R Us kids, bruh. They don't
man,
want to
come on
grow up.
now.
They don't want to grow up, and that's why I gotta give. That's why I gotta give like that. I had to give that that long dialogue because, bro, I watched my uncle's progression. Bro, telling you, my uncle, bro. Every time I seen him, had a 40 in his hand, bruh. Had a 40, had the hat tilt to the side. He got his cargo pants on. He looking like a straight savage, bro. Like real street nigga. And it's like, bro, I seen him and I slowly seen the progression, bro. I seen the hat go away. I seen less of the bottle. I seen the clothes start changing. Yeah, man, bruh, I seen it all, bruh. Like I watched the whole process, and then next thing you know, I remember, when I had Essence. I remember when I had Essence, and we went to the church and we was pre-baptizing her. You know, we where the pastor come talk over us, sprinkle a little water on her forehead and you know pray for her and stuff like that. I remember seeing him in there with his suit and stuff. Then I seen him. Then we got a message that he was gonna preach, and I remember hearing him preach. And then my second child came, and he did he did the ceremony that time for my second child. And then I just seen a whole different person. Like it was a whole different person, bro. This wasn't the person that I first met. This was not the person I first met. And I'm like, dang, bro. I want that. I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And he's always called me nephew, nephew, nephew. Yeah, man. Like yeah. I'm preaching this Sunday. You gotta be there, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm there. And every time he preached, I always felt like he was talking to me. Always, like that was the Lord, you know, using him. And I always felt like he was talking to me, bruh. And I remember telling him like, yeah, one day you gonna be up here full time doing this. And he got up there full time, and he was doing that. He was doing it for a little second, and then he every time he see me, he'd come to me like, dang nephew, where you was at, man? Where you was at? Like I you said I was gonna be up here, but I don't even see you out there. What's going on? What's going on? You gotta come. Look, and he'll come to me with his calendar out. Like, look, pick a day. Pick a day out the week that you gonna stop in. I like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So years in now, you know, he full time, he going in, he doing what he doing. Man, I don't hear him cuss, I don't hear him yell, I don't hear him talk crazy. Yeah, man, I don't hear none of that stuff, bruh. And I'm like, dang, bruh. Dang, bro, that's love. I want to be like that one day. I really want to be like that one day. And then my middle child, she go get baptized. We talked about that, Smitty. She go get baptized and saved on her own. And all my emotions is coming out, bro. And yeah, I mean, I talked to him, and he like, bro. I mean, what you gonna do, bro? You can't keep running. You can't keep running, bro. You gonna have look. Your child showing you what it is, bro. You can't keep running, bro. You gonna have to step up. You gotta step up and be a man. Sometimes you know you gonna have to lead the way. You gonna have to lead the way sometime, bro. Like I mean, what you gonna do? And yeah, I hit the joint running. And you know he remind me of that every time. Like, bruh, I see you, nephew. I see you looking good out there, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. You came in. You ain't looked back yet. You came in. You hit the ground running. A lot of people done been in your position, done went backwards, you know. But you steady pushing forward. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You know that's what helps us younger generation, you know, the ones that don't have the fathers in the house. the ones that with the absentee fathers, the one that had to go out in the street to find it on, figure it out on his own and stuff. You know, sometimes they just look for that positive figure. You know, to get them over that slight hump that when they ready to give up, he come through and be like, "Nah, bro, I'm proud of you. I see you moving. I see what you know. I see you. You know, keep going. Trust me, it's gonna work out." I mean, that's the OG. That's the OG right there. Okay. All right, B. We just jump back in, bro. Yeah.
Everything good, native? You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for like, you know what I'm saying, about 10 more minutes. I gotta get ready to go ahead and get it turned in. But yeah, I'm up
Okay.
here. Yeah,
All
I'm just
right.
letting
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready to play this video, but yeah, I
All
just
right, go
want
ahead. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Let's
I
get this
wanted
one of the
to
video real
elaborate
quick.
on the OG status.
Listen, man, listen, man. They was in right here, right here. Right here. So when you walking in the system, I broke that motherfucker off. Man, asking everybody, where you from? I told one of them from Sunnyside. And so when we go to my big Sunnyside, huh? Like that? Sunnyside, South Dallas. Oh, then y'all got some crazy names.
Hey,
Y'all
can
niggas
I
be
ask a
hard as
question,
hell.
native?
Listen.
Yeah.
I just want to ask this question to all the OGs. Why none of y'all have ever said, hey, this is where I'm from. This is what I rap. But you know what? Y'all keep and we keep dying over streets and blocks and names none of us own. None of us own a damn thing. We don't own that street.
Mhm.
It's a sign. I mean, I know we used to because grandma and them live around there, but we don't own a damn thing when you talking about really owning it. Right? You don't know what it's like to have that real life, like battling for your land war. You have no clue what it consists of. I'm not taking away from what it is that gangs and what it is, how they operate. I'm not in that field. That's not my, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
particular side. But just as somebody on the outside looking in, that shit look foolish than a bitch.
Facts.
Like how y'all keep on talking about, you know what I'm saying? I'm from here, I'm from there. Native, I'll tell you right now, you know how we look at shit. Let a dude come to Baltimore where you at in the heart of your hood and be like, I'm from New York, I'm from Cali. We gonna be like, nigga, well, you not there now. You
Facts.
over here with us, nigga. Fuck you talking about,
Real
bruh.
talk.
Like, don't nobody want to hear no New York, nothing. Don't nobody want to hear no Jersey, no Cali, no nothing, nigga. You over here with us. So
Mhm.
you better act accordingly or get your shit took all the way down to your life, possibly. And that's how we know this real life street shit
Mhm.
work. And we need to
Nah,
stop
for real.
acting like it don't operate that way. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not even trying to be like greasy with it, but it's like it just be killing me like how again me as somebody like bruh, I got young bloods around here where I'm at, they call me OG. Like my name around here where I'm at is OG. It's either OG Smitty or it's just OG. And I do everything I can no matter how much they know. Like they know what, they know OG with the shits, like they know, you know what I'm saying, like, but
Mhm.
nah, we grow up, we move different, we speak different, we articulate certain things different. And that's how you know truly who are the OGs that are to be respected. Just
Facts.
because you live to be a certain age don't mean you have reached truly what is declared to be a OG status. Nah, you just can't be a grown ass man, baby. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family. Go ahead.
Nah, facts. That's 100%. That's what we would before you got. I think before you got on, you missed that part. You missed that part of it, and yeah, that's 100. That's 100%, bruh. That's 100% right. Yeah, I mean, like, what as OGs, now that we're coming into that, because I got some young dudes at the job, yeah, I mean, that call me unc and stuff like that, because I'm much older than them. Like the oldest young head in there is the same age as my oldest niece. And yeah, what are we teaching them? I try to give them some knowledge on certain stuff, whether it's the Bible, whether it's just life lessons, period. I try to give them as much knowledge as possible, on certain things and certain ways to conduct yourself, you know. So I know exactly what you mean, Smitty.
And I'm gonna say this last part, and I'm gonna get out of here, Native. I gotta
Mhm.
go ahead and turn there. Um, my main thing is when you reach a certain stage, and if we know, like, I want us to think about it, right? Um, you got a lot of young folks that call us just because we in our later 30s or early 40s, like we're so old.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go too deep, but I'm just saying, like, watch the reference. Here we go. Right. So we got like Asians and other ethnic groups where it's like, my nigga, you being in your 30s and 40s is equivalent to us how we look at you being in your mid 20s, between mid
Mhm.
30s. When we say you old because you 40, I want us to recognize that's because we're not even capable of visualizing ourselves to live that long. And that's a problem all in itself. That's where I'm going with it. I ain't gonna be too long on it, y'all. I got you. I got you. Other cultures, if you say you old as shit because you like 40, they're gonna look at you like you crazy.
Mhm.
You just started. Fuck you talking about. You just started. Excuse my language. Like, real talk. We the only ones that, because we know most of us don't even make it to our 30s because it's gang gang. Most of us don't even make it past our 50s because we can't give up a certain diet.
Mm.
We refuse to eat a certain way now. We refuse to be active. You see, it's all kinds of things that are destroying us. Not gonna go too deep, right? But we're gonna touch on that real quick. I'm gonna just dip your toe in the water real quick, right? So when we keep on looking at, oh, you a OG and you old because now you're past the age of 30, that's sad. Back in the day, that was just called the 30 and over club card. And that just means that finally you have reached the stage where you are official. It
Mhm.
just means you official now. It had nothing to do with being old.
Facts.
But why do we look at, if anything over 30 years old is old? It's because we don't even see ourselves living past being 35, because
Facts.
we call a OG 30. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
Facts. Nah, that's 100%, bruh. That he ain't Smitty ain't lying. He ain't capping on that one, bruh. Like, people don't even. And I just mentioned this earlier about D'Angelo. You know, like, people would say D'Angelo's old and washed up and all that stuff, but bro was 51. And then you look at, like, dang, 51 and he passed away, man. Jeez, that was early. Like, he was still young, so yeah, definitely. That's 100%.
Son don't
No, I
slap.
didn't know.
Listen, you got two hoods in prison You didn't hear about Pleasant Grove.
Man,
You didn't hear
all the
about
names
Oak
sound
Cliff.
old as
You didn't
hell.
hear about
Now, Oak Cliff, I know that.
Pleasant Grove. No, back then it was South Dollar, West Dollar. Everybody just claimed two hoods.
It was only two hoods?
Cause that's where the South Dollar always been the worst hood. Then you had West Dallas. You
On two sides of Dallas.
Yeah.
So what how all the gangs pop up?
Okay, let me get to that part. But my point was when I got there, my homies them already there. I'm a youngster, I'm 17 in prison. But my thing is that I walked through there, my partner tell me named Buster. Hey man, this is my little homie. He cool. I said, you ain't got to speak for me. I'm good. Cause I learned something before I got to prison.
How old was you?
17.
How old was you with the penitentiary, Gumby?
I went to the county jail when I was 18. We got to 16. Like
right, y'all both young. How old was you?
16, turning 17.
And what you go to jail for, Coon?
Attempted murder.
What? Tell us about how that happened. What happened?
Some went down to my hood. A nigga ended up getting smoked, and the law was spent it on me.
So you weren't guilty for it?
No, I wasn't.
He ain't even tell you you guilty for it.
Come on, guy.
No, I wasn't.
I told they be snitching.
If he already did the time, what's
no,
sometimes you can't talk about it. Murder don't never stop.
No, they really framed me, bro.
They really framed.
They really framed me. Like
they framed Gumby too. You know, Gumby with everybody watches this. I know they framed Gumby. He had to kill somebody for real to get out. Like they framed him for the first murder, then the second murder he really had to do. So I think God put you in situations sometimes you got to force to do things for God, and sometimes you got to keep for him.
We survivors, man. Anytime we done live a life that we live, everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? Right. When these youngsters came through the Ferguson, I taught them certain things. I changed the rules in prison. And the rules in prison, they click on you. When you first come in, everybody get back door. They get looked at. When I hit the unit,
what's that mean?
Back door mean you fight 4-5 guys by yourself.
For what?
But it was soft to me. Hold up, let me just say this. That's how they done it.
The door. Now let me tell them so you will know. Like
I need to know.
You come into Texas. If you came into Texas prison, right? You wouldn't just have to fight one person. You know, they call it a fade, a multi-fade. You know what I'm saying?
Or multi-phase.
Y'all get put on you fighting.
Yeah, but but they really
it's called
by the time you get to the 5, then you be tired.
Checking what?
It's called checking to see if you were gonna lay down and be a female. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna fight no 5. Prove that shit.
I'm sure they gonna
I'm good. Nigga, get my
I ain't finna fight. Finna fight 5 people just to prove that. Hey, oh man, that's funny. But I don't know. We go when B get back. We gonna ask B that question. But when I heard them talk, bro, B said B ain't say nothing about had to squabble five people back to back and no back door situation and stuff like that. Like oh man, see, and for y'all young punks that think y'all so tough, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to fight 5 people back to back? You know, you gotta have a certain level of win. We talking about people that can't even fight. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say 3 minutes, but I was gonna say 3 minutes, but 3 minutes giving y'all too much credit. Y'all ain't even fight in 2 minutes, yeah, let alone 1 minute. So anything past a minute of straight throwing blows, fighting, and all that stuff, y'all ain't got that in you, bro. Y'all ain't got that in you. So you talk about catching 5 fades back to back.
Yeah, right.
Did you hear that, B? Hold on, let me rewind this back a little bit because you just got back. Let me hear that just now, bro. I want you to hear that because Buddy talking about he caught 5 fades back to back and this is and he was 17. He said I was 17 when I got there and I had to fight 5 fades. So, let's listen to this real quick. Oh boy.
No, they really framed me, bro.
They really framed.
They really framed me. Like
they framed Gumby too. You know, Gumby with everybody watches this. I know they framed Gumby. He had to kill somebody for real to get out. Like they framed him for the first murder, then the second murder he really had to do. So I think God put you in situations sometimes you got to force to do things for God, and sometimes you got to keep for him.
We survivors, man. Anytime we done live a life that we live, everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? Right. When these youngsters came through the Ferguson, I taught them certain things. I changed the rules in prison. And the rules in prison, they click on you. When you first come in, everybody get back door. They get looked at. When I hit the unit,
What's that mean?
back door mean you fight 4-5 guys by yourself.
For what?
But it was soft to me. Hold up, let me just say this. That's how they done it.
The dough. Now let me tell them so you will know. Like
I need to know.
You come into Texas. If you came into Texas prison, right? You wouldn't just have to fight one person. You know, they call it a fade, a multi-fade. You know what I'm saying?
A multi-phase.
Y'all get put on again.
Yeah, but but they really
it's called
by the time you get to the 5, they'll be tired.
Checking what?
It's called checking to see if you were gonna lay down and be a female. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna fight no.
Hey, V. Hey, V. You had to squabble 5 people when you got there, bro.
Hell no, come on, man, bruh. Again, I don't know what the hell these guys talking about because number one, ain't nobody. Again, we're talking about an institution, right? So in a prison, it's a very limited space of activity. Everywhere you go can quickly be corralled by the administration. That's how it's designed.
Right.
So in the event that they see a physical altercation, you think you're gonna have time to fight 5 people and ain't no guard seeing nothing? Nobody's making no. We know how people do when a fight occurs.
Oh yeah,
So
everybody laugh.
so you trying to tell me that in a place where you're under supervision all the time, you had a fight with 5 people and no guard seen nothing? That don't even sound logical. If you even been to jail, you know damn well you get in a fight in jail, the guards gonna be right in the mix because the noise is gonna bring them. So again, these are just I don't know. Maybe these are excerpts of a future fictional book that they're gonna write. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that's not reality. Ain't nobody fighting 5 people at one time. I never seen that. I don't know nobody that went through that. And I know dudes that that did stretches, and some dudes still in there. So I don't know nobody went through that. Banging or not, claiming or not. I don't know nobody. I never saw that. Not saying it don't happen, but I'm just saying the likelihood of that being a common practice, that's a lie. Straight up. That's a bald faced lie, bro.
With Russ
Because
said,
again, the
Russ
average,
said I got back dope. I had to do 5 squat. Hey, bro,
man, yeah,
5
okay.
squabbles. That's an easy 6 minutes. That's an easy 6 minutes. Y'all ain't need a lot of people don't even have 1 minute of squabble in them. Yet alone 6 minutes of squabbling.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, we got to be realistic. Like, that's not realistic. But this is not no fucking movie. Only in the movies is one person fighting 5 people. That's movie shit.
Mm, mm, mm.
In real life, ain't nobody fighting no one. Ain't no one person fighting 5 people. And if they are, their ass and got beat up, or they running, or they done caught out running. That's the reality. If you ain't got a weapon, and a weapon I'm speaking of, you don't have a firearm, you're not facing down 5 people.
Yeah, bro. And then bro said, you fighting 5 people to see if you gonna lay down and be a girl. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro. So
Man,
what
come
happens?
on,
What
man.
happens if you get dropped on the second dude and the second dude puts you to sleep? Like that.
Bro,
Hey yo.
again, that shit is so far fetched, bro.
Oh man.
Like this shit is so far fetched. That's not happening. Because again, the administration is gonna keep security of their unit, which means
Right.
that they're not gonna allow certain behaviors that could precipitate a riot. They're not gonna allow that shit. Once again, inmates ain't running shit in those Texas penitentiaries. These good old white boys down here will show you quickly that you ain't running shit in the Texas penitentiary. They can talk their ass off on this podcast.
Hmm.
But the white boys down there in certain penitentiaries, them motherfuckers walking around with spurs on their boots.
Bro, bro said it ain't no rules in here.
Shit.
And then get in here
Okay.
talk about so yeah, I changed the rules in here. Hold up, bro. You just said it ain't no
But you
rules, so
ain't
how
changed
you
no
change the
goddamn.
rules? Oh man, this is comedy. This is comedy.
Five, prove that shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling they gonna
I'm good. Nigga, I'm getting my knife. I'm stabbing five.
yeah, you gonna stab somebody who ain't got no knife. That sound good. He been watching movies.
Hey,
It
homie,
sound good.
I fought my first fight was against.
Bro said he been watching movies. That sound like y'all been watching too many movies. Oh man.
Against 5 people on my mama, and I didn't curl. You hear me?
Let me
But I
tell you
didn't
something
curl.
though. The
Yeah,
difference
real
about
life.
these dudes here. See, when I walked in prison, I didn't have to fight nobody. Ask me why.
Why?
My name from the street follow you in prison. So soon I got on the unit, everybody saying Eli on the unit. When I got on in the prison unit, everybody come to the yard. They saying Eli on the unit. So, but I already knew how to fight because I boxed in the Golden Glove. I already knew how to fight. That wasn't my problem. I had respect regardless. But one of the things that did happen to me in prison, on Friday we have Recreation Day. That means everybody chest punch each other. Boom, boom.
Damn.
So I had a dude out of here.
Fuck.
I had a dude.
Wait, let me just say something. In California prisons, everything y'all talking about, none of that shit would even be allowed.
I know, but they. I know y'all.
Hey, 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 you straight shut that down. He said, "Hold up, bro. None of that, California prison, none of that is allowed, bro." Well, I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't never had to. Hey, I'm gonna have to give it to Gumby on some of this. You know, it's okay. It's okay to give flowers to where flowers is due. No, he ain't had to do none of that. And you'll hear Gumby saying this quite often as we go through. Hold on, let me.
Well,
Hey B, you heard? Did you hear anything that just happened?
yeah, I heard it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, Gumby the dude in the red. He gonna start like questioning what he talking about because he
Right,
gonna
because this shit is out of, it's not real. Shit.
yeah
That shit ain't, bro.
he like, man, this shit sound far fetched, bro. I ain't never had to go through nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that day in my life.
And California prison culture is a whole hell of a lot more violent than the Texas prison culture.
Right.
So if Buddy went to prison in Cali and this shit foreign to him, what the fuck is this dude talking about in Texas? Because again, in Texas, niggas is picking cotton in 2025. So I don't know what the fuck people talking about on this goddamn podcast. You ain't running a goddamn thing. You a whole motherfucking slave in the Texas penal system. Got your nigga ass working in the fields.
Right, bro. Bro said we got recreational day. That's when we go out. We go out and we gotta punch each other in the chest.
Man, again, all this gay ass, this old Chief Keef, niggas jumping around in a little bitty room, everybody shirt off, everybody booty hanging out their pants. What is you on, my nigga?
Oh man, this is comedy. Look at Gubby face. Gubby like, nigga, I don't know what you talking about. Hold on, they gotta let me run that back a little bit. Gubby like, I don't know what you talking about, man. I'm in the county prison.
In prison, I didn't have to fight nobody. Ask me why.
Why?
My name from the street follow you in prison. So soon I got on the unit, everybody saying Eli on the unit. When I got on in the prison unit, everybody come to the yard. They saying Eli on the unit. So, but I already knew how to fight because I boxed in the Golden Glove. I already knew how to fight. That wasn't my problem. I had respect regardless. But one of the things that did happen to me in prison, on Friday we have Recreation Day. That means everybody chest punch each other. Boom, boom.
Damn.
So I had a dude out of
The fuck?
Nigga lying like a motherfucker, bro.
In
Straight up.
California prisons, everything y'all talking about, none of that shit would even be allowed.
I know, but
Oh,
I know y'all got different rules, but this
Hey yo, Gubby said, "Hey, bro, I don't know what you talking about." You know?
Bro, because this shit is pure fantasy, bro. Like, that shit is not happening. Like, what? Nobody's doing that shit, bro.
Bruh, hey,
That's why Gumby looking like that. Like, bro, the fuck? So you actually think somebody with 50 years, 60 years, already been in there 15, you think that they gonna allow you motherfuckers to call a recreation day and they just gonna come out and let you punch them in the chest? Nigga, you tripping. Like,
bro,
that shit don't even sound logical, bro.
nah, for
Like,
real.
what are you talking about? You must be talking about some shit you experienced in a juvenile facility. That's what this shit sound like. This shit don't sound like nothing going on in a goddamn adult male maximum security prison. This shit sound like some boys home ass shit. Punching in the
Word.
chest. What grown man is punching in another grown man's chest? Like, real talk. Who does that? Motherfuckers don't even do that in a boxing ring. Ain't nobody aiming at your goddamn chest. The fuck?
Nah, for real. For real, nah. They doing all rib, liver.
You feel what I'm saying? So again, so that shit sound like some boys home shit. Just real talk. That sound like some shit you went through at the boys home or some shit. You ain't did none of that shit in a grown man penitentiary.
Facts. But hey, so I want now that you back up here. And we heard that part. Cause I remember you saying, you was out there. You was out there. You had people that you rode with and stuff like that, bro. He said his name, and this how I know, it's a fabrication behind it, because anytime anytime you ask a question and then you sit back and you be like, ask me why. you
Yeah, that shit.
you thinking of a response for when you be like, why? You know what I'm saying? You try to buy some time to calculate what you ready to say next. You know what I mean? Hey, if y'all don't know, get the Young Grump channel. Go look at that psychological analysis, verbal and nonverbal cues. He'll break down what that's called stalling time. Um what got me was he said that his reputation followed them inside. So does that really happen? Like
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
okay.
The only way that, first of all, no prison will ever know that you on your way there. That's number one. So all that they already knew I was coming, you a goddamn lie. That's a breach of security. They don't let the names. That's not public information. The damn sure
Right.
ain't no information a person that's already in prison would be able to access. So that's number one. Number two, the only prisoners that are automatically known once they seen is the motherfuckers that made the news or been in the newspaper.
Mm.
You got to be a person of notoriety, meaning
Right.
your story had to make the news or some shit. Number three, if they do know you on a unit, it's only people from your city. They may
Mm.
know you because you was out there, selling dope or whatever you was doing. But the whole penitentiary don't know you because you got to think this is state penitentiary. So you got people from every city in Texas, possibly at that prison, at any given prison. So if I got people, if I'm from Fort Worth, right, and it's only fucking 100 people on this whole compound that's from Fort Worth, and all of them spread out, how the hell is they gonna know I'm on the unit,
Hmm.
knowing my
I get you.
name and shit?
Yeah,
You
I
feel what
get.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So that's again, all this shit he talking is 100% bullshit. It's 100% lies, straight up. They don't know nobody on the goddamn unit unless you are famous, i.e., you a rapper, you an athlete,
Hmm.
or they might know you then. That's the only way. Unless you made the news. Other than that, nobody know your goddamn ass. Inmates can't even communicate with bro. You can't even communicate with other inmates that's not on that unit in Texas. You can't write another prison and correspond with your homeboy that may be at another. You can't even do that shit.
Mm.
So how they know you coming? How they know it was you at this time when you went? This is before social media and niggas having phones and sneaking phones. How the fuck they know you was there, nigga? Goddamn lie.
Russ,
Goddamn lie.
Russ said, yeah, as soon as I pulled up, they was like, oh snap, Eli in the building.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh man. And then he said he's 17 years old. He calling shots. He got there at
You
17.
said
He called
you
he
17. You 17 in here with motherfuckers already 20 deep, 15 deep in a sentence, and you calling shots, nigga. Please. And out your own mouth in this interview, out your own mouth, you said you was weighing 80 pounds. So you telling me in the 80s when niggas was still eating big and had free weights in the penitentiary, you're telling me your 80-pound ass was in there with niggas that didn't do nothing but eat and work out and you was calling shots? Okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say.
it sound good.
You talk about golden gloves as if you the only motherfucker in the penitentiary know how to box.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real. But people learn how to fight in prison, bro.
Well,
Like,
it's so many different styles that you can learn.
yeah.
And you talking about some golden glove shit. Now, I'm trying to figure out how did you have all this time to, at 15, kill somebody, be in the golden gloves, uh, making money, having a car. How you do all this shit in the 80s? Now, we ain't talking about today where a
Right.
youngster could do that. We talking about back then.
Yeah.
How you do that?
Yeah.
So
In
your
in
whole
in Texas,
story, so your whole story is fabricated from where I'm sitting.
man.
For us, they
For the
just
prison, different
but I'm gonna
too.
show you. I'm gonna show you the game. I'm gonna show you.
I'm just saying, like, no, I'm saying it first and foremost. I'm saying, in order for that situation to happen, like y'all saying,
That's
check it.
crazy.
That means all of the LA prisons and county jails are all gang politic related. So that means we have to get 5 dudes from one set to come do something to you. Because if you do something to my brother, later on we gonna plot and stab you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see, I mean, I did that shit on the news. I mean, not
And
the
see,
news, but on the
that's
podcast, they
another
were talking
thing,
about.
Chop.
Yeah.
In Cali, you got police officers and correctional officers that's gang affiliated. That's not the
Hmm.
case in Texas. So
Right.
as he say in there, the gang politics is totally different. We talking about the birthplace of this shit. So hell yeah, gang politics may run the dynamics of inmate activity, but still the California Department of Corrections got ultimate control. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But but like he said, you got five people come do something to one dude. Dude, we finna stab y'all up. What the hell? So, like I say, bro, that shit that Eli talking, that ain't no real. And all that backdoor shit, I ain't never seen that. So, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't, I'm still waiting on somebody to say something truthful. Me,
Right.
About all the county jail fights and I'm saying when I first went there, and so I was a little dude. I was in county jail. I'm saying I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I'm saying, but I listened and I learned. And the first thing I learned that kids fight, grown men.
That's right.
Listen. So therefore, listen. Being that I was young, I had to have a reputation to watch that little nigga because he'll poke your ass. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the defense mechanism for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This what I'm saying. So it wasn't that I can't fight and I won't fight.
I don't play.
I'm not gonna play with you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna disrespect
Me and
you.
you had the same
I'm
rules.
not gonna disrespect.
That's what I did on purpose.
And it didn't come from me. I got this from old dudes, older.
What's this here? OG, this what they tell me. A dude, when you get on Ferguson, a dude hit me in my stomach, knocked the wind out of me. I couldn't do nothing but sit down. So I told my homeboy, he said, what you gonna do? I said, I got him, but he knocked the wind out of me. So I sat there about 5 minutes, get my wind back.
Knock the shit out your ass.
Come back. He
man. So
come
you
back and do
trying
it
to tell
again.
me,
But what I end up doing,
man,
because
you just where they do that at? Where they do that in mid fight? I knock the wind out of it. Now I'm just gonna let you sit down. When I took initiative to strike you first, I'm just gonna let you sit down and gather yourself. Come on, man.
Man.
yeah,
Yeah.
he caught me off guard.
Gotta do it
He come
again.
back.
You gotta hit your own guard now, huh?
Yeah, I hit him in the mouth. So we fighting.
You ain't
They
supposed to do
tell
that.
me in the penitentiary rule, you can't do that.
You broke the
So I
rules.
told them this what I told them. All my homies. I said, listen, man, I don't play. Next dude put their hand on me. I ain't just gonna hit them in the mouth. Nobody, I don't play with these dudes. I don't know these dudes. So the next week, every Friday, we have recreation day. Every Friday.
Okay.
So the same dude, he want to do it again. This time I had a lock and belt. I busted his head wide open in front of everybody.
Gangs.
Now the rules changed. Why? Because they thought something wrong with
So you get belts in prison?
Fuck no. Not in
I
Texas,
didn't I didn't think you got belts in prison. You said he had a
bro. The
lock
pants that
and
they
a
give
belt.
you, the pants that you wear in prison is them motherfuckers with that elastic waist.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you wearing. Ain't no
That joint don't
motherfucking
even
belt.
got a drawstring, right?
Exactly. Ain't no motherfucking string.
Yeah, so where he get a belt from?
Again, that shit sound good to
Bro,
people who ain't been there.
bro said he had a lock and a belt. What he
Now
look?
they do sell uh so that
Oh, what happened, B? You here?
keep me off my live and shit.
Okay.
My phone, my somebody was calling me,
Oh,
but
okay.
they do sell locks so
Okay.
that you can lock your locker, you can lock up the commissary or what have you. But uh, a a lock and a belt, no, you ain't have no goddamn belt. Now you may have used a sock, but even in doing that, it still would have been counterproductive because if you really trying to hurt somebody with a lock, you put that motherfucker around your ring finger and
Mm,
use it like a brass knuckle if
and
you
punch him.
fighting with a
Yeah.
lock. So I
Okay.
don't know what he talking about. So again, like I say, I don't know what Buddy talking about. I don't know where you was at, but you damn sure wasn't in Texas with no goddamn belt in the penitentiary.
Yeah, because I found that thrown off too. Like Like I don't even know. And when I heard it, I was like, bro, ain't no way he had a belt because they don't give you belts in prison. They don't even give you drawstrings in prison because that's
Because a belt can be used to strangle a
yeah,
motherfucker.
it's a strangle. Yeah, heck yeah.
They ain't, they're not giving, bro. This is how Texas prison go, right?
Hmm.
There was a incident where a Mexican gang had a fight, and a Mexican guy got stomped to death in the fight because at that time it was still steel toe boots standard issue in the penitentiary in Texas. After that Mexican got stomped to death with them boots, guess what? They took all the steel toes out the penitentiary. So again, Texas don't play that shit. So I don't know what he talking about with all this extra fighting and backdooring. You a goddamn lie. A SA got stomped to death from steel toe boots, and Texas took all the steel toe boots out the whole fucking system. That's
Mm,
how Texas move. That's how Texas move. See, they gonna make sure an inmate ain't gonna have no kind of motherfucking power. This a whole nother ball game.
right,
So again, I don't know what he talking about with all this backdoor and recreation day and all that shit fake, bro.
right.
Straight up.
Oh, what happened? Hold on, boy. Hold on.
Eli. He's crazy. No, this is my rule. I'm not gonna mess with you, but you're not gonna try to chest punch me trying to see if I'm weak.
Right.
That's how they try to get up in you. They see you fold up. They say, "Oh, this a girl. This a girl." That's how I got him. But here it is though. When I was in prison, man.
So, but hey, before you leave out, get your brother some cereal real quick. Hurry up. So, if you catch if you catch somebody off guard, yeah, I mean, and you knock the wind out of, how you gonna determine that's a girl, bro? It caught me off guard, bro. I wasn't even expecting nobody
No,
to get punched. I wasn't expecting to get punched, bro. That's a cheap shot, bro. That make you a girl, bro. You had to sneak me. Why ain't you like yo? I
bro. This is
said,
like I
I
said.
said, if
This
he
is all
punch him and
fantasy.
he curl up, yo, yeah, that's a girl right here.
Man, yeah, okay.
Why is they so infatuated with being girls and
Because you have subconscious tendencies. You have a subconscious attraction to the same gender. That's fucking why. That's why. Because once you find out, hypothetically, if we're gonna go down that rabbit hole, okay, you done found out it's a girl. Now what?
mm, mm, mm.
See, you done found out it's a girl. Now what? You ready to fuck on something, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you ready to
trying
fuck
to
on
get me.
something, ain't you?
I'm trying to get me some.
You ready. You ready for rack. You ready for rack down, rack time. When everybody go to their cell, yeah, you ready. That's what type of time you on. That's why you such. That's why you so interested in who a girl and who ain't. Because
Hmm.
again, who's looking for a girl in prison in an all male prison? Who's looking for a girl? Who's looking for a weak man in an all male prison? Except somebody with you know some tendencies that they may not know they
Yeah,
even had.
yeah,
You'll
and
see.
and it came out. It kind of came out too later. It kind of came out later on where he was like yeah, because they put the white boys up, because we consider them prey. And then he like yeah, because he said it again, like when they put them up away from the predators. And I was like, well, that's kind of odd. Why would he label himself a predator? That don't even sound right. You label yourself a predator in prison? I mean, yeah, you on some booty band and stuff, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you why he was the one hollering about new booty when you saw a new inmate. You was the one saying that shit. gang. What nobody else saying that. That was you saying that shit. You thought we wasn't gonna find out. You thought you was gonna fool us with this hook ass conversation. No, that was your ass, my nigga.
Word.
Real talk. That was you. Yeah, that was you. Cause ain't nobody at that table vouched for that new booty shit. And the nigga sitting on side of you was in the same Texas penitentiary. He ain't, they do say that. There ain't nobody vouched for that shit. Cause it don't happen that way.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, you was the one saying that shit.
Go hit him. Go hit him in his stomach real quick. Go hit him in his chest real quick. Let me see. I'm gonna see something. Oh yeah, he a girl. He soft. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, mind you, he hit you in your stomach and let you sit down, but then you got up and hit him in his mouth. Man, stop. And so then y'all start fighting after you hit him in his mouth, but he just won't let you sit down. Man, stop. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the bullshit, because that's all this shit sounding like. It's pure bullshit.
And when the folks came through, I told them dude that when I hit the Ferguson Telfer unit, I said, hey man, y'all finna look at these dudes pissing on themselves, scared. I said, listen, let me go first. They come down, Big C them, and little Eli. Okay, hold up. If everybody getting looked at, I need to get looked at too. But they don't want to look at me because of my respect, and they know I can fight. Watch this
That
here.
nigga said,
But
let me
everybody
go
up,
first.
so it conflict everything they doing. I don't care if you're a Crip, I don't care if you're a Blood, I don't care if you're an MW. I'm the only dude in Texas prison. Anybody been in prison, see the broadcast will tell you, I'm the only one say let them out the game. I don't care if you're a Crip or Blood. If you don't let them out the game, all the other games gonna get at you.
Boy,
that little Eli right there.
that nigga said, that was little Eli. Oh shit, there he is.
No Eli out here, bro. Hey,
Bro, the man say, and little Eli, the
80
man say
pound, little 80-pound
that
Eli.
your 80-pound Eli is the one that pulled up on these units and told these folks, hey man, the man want out the gang, y'all gonna let him. Cause guess what? You don't let him out, all the other gangs gonna get mad. Who is you, bro? Like real talk, who? Man, come on, man. The fantasy. I mean, this shit better than watching. I might as well be watching Baki or some shit. Real talk, cause this shit sound like some pure cartoon anime ass shit.
Hey,
He act like he pull up and people know him like motherfuckers knew Baki Daddy in the series. You
yeah,
know how
yeah.
the old man pull up, everybody know him. He act like he on that. Boy, sit down, man. You got titties, bro. You wasn't raised no hell. You got titties.
Hey,
You got man titties.
if y'all don't know anything about animes, bro, you gotta go watch Baki, bro. Baki, the anime series, bro. Go watch all of them joints, bro. You're not gonna be disappointed when we say real fighting and real techniques and straight savage. Yeah, bro. Baki the anime you want to go watch. Baki. You know what I mean? Go watch that joint. This is what B is referring to when he said this some Baki stuff. He talked about it. He talking about an anime, a fighting anime, for the ones that's not familiar with it. But go ahead, B. I had to put that out there because people like if you I know people gonna hear that and be like, what the heck is Baki? Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, but that's not all this stuff he's saying is these are lies, bro. The lies. Men respect men all around the world. So
hmm
based off of that, wherever you pull up, ain't nobody coming right off the top trying to check you. Like I said, people gonna observe before they say anything. You might pull up at a unit and ain't nobody said nothing to you in like 2, 3 days because everybody just peeping you out. They don't know you. Ain't nobody really just friendly like that in prison. So Once they see you mind your business, you know what I'm saying? Then you might start a little conversation that might turn into a certain level of camaraderie. But yeah, ain't nobody just running up on nobody fresh off the bus as soon as you pull up on a unit. That's not happening. Now with the Mexicans run checks because they dealing with a different set of rules. See,
Facts.
a lot of essays come from the street and they already be gang affiliated. So yeah, essays they move a little different. But blacks, man, ain't nobody asking. Ain't nobody tripping on if you fucking cripping or if you a blood. Don't nobody with that shit on them niggas ain't got the pool in there. Like Smitty already told you. The Muslims the ones with the pool, like talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So all that shit he talking ain't even nothing, bro.
You can't win.
Right.
You can't win against me. If you're an MW, the MW is one of the strongest gang in prison. I'm the one to walk up to Gangster Paul and silk these. Yep. I say, hey man, I want them out. Even though you got the bad boys, you got the Crips, you got the blood. You can't win.
So, that's a good question. The person that you want out, is it the person that came to you like, oh, they scared, they probably was in debt, something else probably happened?
What they do, they know I got respect, and they say, hey man, I want to get out. It's blood in, blood out. These dudes don't want to let them out. This the problem they got.
They can't get out.
This year.
Yeah, gotta get
What's
blood.
gonna happen? Nobody, don't care how tough they act, man. Nobody want to be in prison under pressure. Nobody.
But that's like that's principle. Like
that whole gang clip, that whole gang, say all MW. It's about 100 of them. You got 70 Crips. You got 50 blood. You got just straight boys out of Dallas. All of them gonna go against you for me. I don't care who you, don't care how tough you is, I don't care how much you is. That's how much love.
why? Yeah, why would they do that?
Let him tell you why.
Tell me why.
Why?
Really, my God, this one of the most devout, God-fearing brothers that I ever came across in my life. Yeah, when I first met him, bro, he
What the hell? Wait. That man said one of the most devout. Do you know the meaning of the word devout, sir?
Bruh.
When you use terms like devout, you're talking damn near monk status, nun status. You talking like that. That devout ain't even a word a real Christian use in everyday language.
Man,
So I'm trying to figure out that's the most devout shit.
man,
That's saying you ain't seen shit how you in, man.
man. Said it. He said it. He said it like this was Jesus Christ himself out here,
That
bruh.
boy say this is the most devout, God fearing man. Why you just sit here and lie?
Bruh. I said that, bruh. I said that, bruh. That's why that on the last live, the verse that I was reading was so detrimental because it was talking about false teachers and stuff like that, bruh. Um it's talking about false teachers, and and his name Pastor Eli, bruh. So you can't be named Pastor Eli talking like this, bruh. You can't be. You know what I don't like. Man asked you a question. Yeah, I'm gonna let him tell you. I ain't even gonna tell you. 'Cause I'm gonna let him tell you. Nigga, I ain't asked him. I asked you. Tell me. You tell me why. I don't need him to tell me why, bro. You reaching for a lifeline. Let me get a lifeline. Come
You see
on,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Like, yo, like
And the crazy thing is, Buddy on the side, you let him manipulate you into giving him some goddamn props that ain't even real. I ain't even gotta tell you. I'm gonna let him tell it. Like that's your bitch or some shit. I'm gonna
man.
go call it what it is.
Go Go ahead,
Like
baby.
that's
Tell her why.
rare or some
Tell her
shit.
why, baby. Baby, tell her why. Hey.
Like, man, this shit is retarded.
Oh
These
man.
guys,
Hey, bruh.
these guys tripping.
Nah, for real, bruh. Bruh, it's the most God fearingest man. Like, bruh, not with the way you talking, bruh. Like, I can't tell. I can't tell. I ain't hear you whip out no Bible scripture through this whole joint. I ain't hear you refer to the Bible now one time. God fearing
Buddy
man
don't
gonna
even,
bring that Bible up, bruh. No, hey,
Buddy don't even have a godly aura. Open the door.
nah, for real.
Oh, well, what's up, buddy? That's pretty cool, man.
Nah, for real. Buddy aura is not God like. I don't sense that's why I say I don't sense it, bruh. And
I
and,
don't
and it's
sense it, don't
crazy.
see it, none of it.
It's crazy because if you are, then you understand the dynamics of having a conversation like this because this is a flesh conversation. This ain't no spiritual conversation. This is a flesh conversation right here.
Right.
Like you ain't whip out no verses. You ain't like trust me. And I'm not the best. I'm not the best. I ain't gonna be like I'm not. Oh yeah, because uh John chapter 4 verse. Hey, I got some that come to my head when I'm saying certain things. I got some, but
Right.
I'm not just whipping them out back to back to back like that. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm a God fearing man. You heard me refer to the Bible a couple times. Just out this whole thing out of said a couple verses. I haven't heard no verse at all.
I'm talking about not one.
Not
You
one.
see. Hey, bro, you get my text? I just text you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta take care of some baby boy just pulled up.
Okay. All right.
Shit, let's part two this thing.
Yeah. We'll
Well, make it
we'll
a part three
part
because this
three.
is part two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part three this thing. And you just let me know when you ready, bro.
Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. Yeah, cause what we at? We in
Shit, 3 hours and some change.
three. Yeah, we at 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so you gotta go right now, like this second.
Nah, not right this second.
Okay,
What's up?
let's
You
let
finna close it up?
yeah let's finish this last little second what he ready to say, and then we gonna close. We
Okay.
gonna go ahead and close it out.
All right.
Kind of really made me turn to God, you know what I'm saying? Because he'll tell you, I was a little chaos fool. I was showing my ass in prison, you know what I'm saying? And he was too, and he changed his life. He changed his life in such a dramatic way, bro, that it was.
Oh, you changed in prison. You turned.
I changed in prison. My mama died. Let me just make a long story short. I did a lot of wrong. I just didn't want to say that in front of him. I did a lot of wrong. I misled a lot of people. I misled the prison system.
Man, to say that.
Yeah, I did a lot of stupid stuff. I started all the riots in prison. I told the brothers that if the Mexican mess with us, white, if they don't fight when we come off lockdown, I get you. I make sure we whoop you because this is how we gonna survive. I figure a way how the black can survive. We have to stick together, regardless of what Crip blood. I don't care about none of that. I had a meeting. I don't care what gang you're in. When these other race people come against us, we gonna get down. So I made sure that we had that unity to survive. So I watched too many dudes get cause guys was running. I seen too many guys get dudes said, man, they ain't got nothing to do with us. We're Crips. We ain't got nothing to do with the blood. No, in prison, we don't care about your gang.
Oh yeah.
In prison, it's this here. The blacks stick together. If y'all don't, we gonna handle y'all. We gonna make sure y'all don't be on the unit. That's how.
All right. Let's go ahead and start closing this out, bro. Yeah,
Man,
this
so,
this little 80-pound Eli calling the shots, bro.
man, so, Buddy ain't calling those shots, man. And uh, that's what he talking about, that he had a meeting. That's not even nothing that got to be articulated.
Facts.
That's already understood when you go in there.
Fact.
That's
That's what I
understood
thought.
from that's understood from the county. So I
Yeah.
don't know what he talking about. That's understood before you even get to prison. Understand, you got to jail, then you got to go to court, then you got to get sentenced, then you go to prison. So you learn the racial unity in the county. So why would it be any different in the penitentiary? But let him tell it. He had to call a meeting, which again, that's unheard of. That's unheard of. Somebody that's non-affiliated calling a meeting with those that are members, and you gonna set some rules for the members to follow, and you ain't even in the organization. Nah, bro, that's not how none of that works. And again, a racial unity, that ain't nothing that got to be coached or talked about.
Facts.
That's that's off the that's off
Yeah,
the bat.
I
Understood.
thought it was like that from get go. Like
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
you
That's
get when
understood
you
off
hit the
top, bro.
gate, you go with your kind, they go with their kind. Yeah, I mean the white people go with their kind. Yeah, I mean so even you hear that at Cali. For extra said that all the time, but he ain't like this wasn't even prison talk. This county talk. He talking about so yeah, because when you get in there, I mean you might have the Bloods and the Crips linking together and stuff like that to do certain things. You might have uh um Grape Street and Hoovers and stuff like that working together and stuff like that. Like because when you get in there, it ain't really no gangs when you get in there. It's like you're all one. You're all one. So and this is like you said, this county. This not even federal. So
Right.
I always thought it was like that. I didn't think that it had to be a special guy that posted a special meeting for that to even take place.
This man is just trying to make himself uh, appear to be more important than he actually is. It's probably a man that's not even important in real life. That's why you got to get on here with all these extra fantastical stories about rides that you started, chest punches that you took. Uh, you know, you got to get on here talking about stuff like that because you know you're stretching it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you lack feeling important in your real life. So you got to
Mm,
get on here lying about lying about all this shit you did in penitentiary. Because one thing I know, two things for sure: racial unity is understood in every group. It's an automatic segregation when you go to jail. Automatically, you go on where the niggas at, and the whites going where the whites, and the Mexicans going where the Mexicans at. That ain't got to be talked about. So, yeah, that's fabrication. But yeah, when we get back on here, we're gonna pick up right at this time, son. And we're gonna
mm.
go through this whole hour and something that they said here talking.
All right, I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah, yeah,
What
we're
we
gonna go
at?
through.
We in? I think that's say 19 minutes. Yeah, we in 19 minutes. So we made it 19 minutes way in. 19 minutes through.
So
So
yeah, we gonna pick up right there. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So yeah,
Cause this
because
is
we still ain't get to the part that I was talking about because
yeah,
that's like 30
we
minutes, 40 minutes in.
but we got that. We got the cooking. We got to touch on that shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely need to come back and finish this here, man. So you just
Okay.
let me know. Yeah, you just let me know.
All right, I got you. Definitely, definitely.
We'll be back on the stream, y'all.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I mean, so anybody I'm glad y'all came and kicked it with your homie, y'all to stop through. Yeah, I mean, anybody that want to come up and say something on the next one, yeah, man, y'all free to come up. I'll drop the link for y'all. Salute to Smitty. Of course, you already know B.
Definitely. Yep.
You
For
already
sure.
know. I mean, but we gonna
Oh
oh,
shit.
if y'all didn't catch the first live I did on this video, the live I will be taking it down, but I will be posting it tonight with the updated version. I had to remaster it and put the audio on there so that y'all can actually hear the audio. I apologize, I had some technical difficulties with the audio, but the audio will be up there. I'll be posting that tonight. It's gonna be in the video section. So if you go look for the live for this one, the first live I did for this one, it's not gonna be up there. I'm gonna be taking that down. Um, but yeah, check this out. You know, anybody coming in now, you gonna have to go watch the playback. And I had some intelligent brothers up here to give their insight of what their predicament was when they went in, because it's a lot of fabricated stories going on in here. And to be a pastor, you
Get that
know
out the bed right there.
to
Yes.
be a pastor doing this is talking like this, bro. I just can't accept it, because my uncle is actually a pastor, and he don't talk nothing like this.
Boy.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming in rocking with me. I mean, y'all go watch the playback, and I'll be hitting you up, B. We let you know when we
Okay.
gonna go to the do the next one.
Alright, that's a bit.
All right,
Alright, bro. Stay
love
up.
you,
Have a
bro.
good night. Hey, love you
Already.
too, man. Alright.
All right, y'all. That's another one. That's another one in the books. I didn't think I was gonna be up here for 3.5 hours, but it was so much information being given. I had to. I guess I had to be up here that long, but we're gonna be running this. We're gonna be running this back. Y'all look out for the third. That's gonna be the third one. So we got part one, part two. This is part two. We're gonna be doing part three. Catch y'all on the next one.